Y'all cool with this backdrop?
What the fuck are you doing, nigga?
Disappear.
Yeah, he look like he's doing that challenge like he got a dog or something.
Yeah, I'm in go mode, go. Yeah, I'm in go mode.
When you
What's up, guys? Welcome to a new episode of the OSA Out of Shape Allstars, episode 18. Correct? 18.
Yes,
18. Yeah.
Spanish. I need the Spanish. Drew, where the
Let's
Spanish
go, Drew.
at?
Yes,
What you-
ocho.
Diez
Wow.
ocho. Diez ocho. Episode 18. Now, like always, we are brought to you by Culture Capsule, sponsored by Don Zinc. And if you're really paying attention to what we're doing, you're going to see something new today. Because as you can see, the team is rapping. You see the OSA shirts. Oh, we got it, bitch. Out of Shape All-Stars. We official tissue now. Now, if you want your shirt, make sure you hit our Instagram, DM us, let us know what color you want, what size, and I will send you niggas a link so you can buy one, because we ain't doing shit free. Know that we post.
Oh yeah.
We trying to get there. But thank you again for watching OSA. Another week, got another jam-packed show brought to you by Culture Capsule, sponsored by Dallas Inc. And before we get into the show, I always got to go around and introduce the cast. Like always, leading the pack, the mic to the crew, Mike J. We the Bulls. We Dennis Rodman there. I'm Scotty, but you know, Kev is Ron Harper. Jonny is like Tony Kukoc. DQ is like Luke Longley, and Drew Ugly Ass is definitely Rodman. So, but leading the crew, give it up to the homie Eddie Horchata.
You ran the face ass nigga.
Damn, you trying to treat me, bro? I'll cut you off this pod, motherfucker. But so up next, trying to cut my ass. Give it up for Andrew Durant.
What's up, guys? Hey.
All right, we got Black Jesus up in here. Well, more like light-skinned Jesus.
Troy Polamalu.
Troy Polamalu Jesus. Johnny 5 in the building. Kev looking kind of spiffy today. Got the fresh cut, fresh face. Give it up for K-Jet.
Yeah.
With the black OSA shirt on. And then Twinsies, you know what I'm saying? If y'all see me and the homie, our local sneakerhead, Just DQ.
Some exclusive shit.
He got some exclusives. What's
What's
that?
that?
Six, seven?
CP35s.
Oh, shit, with the card on the back. Shit's
Nice.
fire. And last but not least, me, the Molly of the pod. My mama call me Devin, so you can call me Devin. Let's get right into the episode. In case you missed it, like always, we started off because this shit ain't going nowhere no time soon. We're discussing COVID in sports. Now, COVID has, and when it comes to sports, it's been somewhat quiet, but there has been some pressing news in regards to the NCAA football. Now, there's a lot of conferences that sitting down or postpone the fall season and are planning will be playing in the spring. But there's two of the Fab Five or the Power Five that's planning on playing this upcoming fall. You got three, right? It's the SEC. And
SEC, ACC is still technically in.
Right, ACC don't know, and Pac-12 is definite. So the Pac-12 and the SEC are definite. But the other
Big Ten too.
I thought Big Ten was postponed. Big Ten,
They're postponed. Yeah.
yeah, Big Ten and the Pac-12 are postponed to the spring.
Right.
The rest of the Power Five, ACC, they still like in limbo, and then SEC just released the schedule of their play, and the Big 12 is playing as well. Now, on top of that, the NCAA president just announced there will be no bowl games, no championship games this season.
He said it's slow for that.
Yeah, so it's slow for that. So at this point, and throwing the question to you first, when it comes to the Power Five, the SEC and the Big 12, there's no bowl games, there's no championship games. So what's the reason for playing? And again, we're still under COVID. because they just had 9 players from OU, Oklahoma, that tested positive for COVID. So
Right.
where do we go from here?
Are you asking what are they playing for, or since there's no bowl games?
Yeah, again, what would be the reason to play?
I mean, the only thing I can think of is that this might be some of these guys' last shot of making it pro, or getting drafted or getting noticed undrafted. But again, the NFL can move the draft. The draft's in April. You can have it in May. You can have it in June. I don't see what the point is, especially if there is no bowl games, right? I mean, I guess it's just to stick to your routine and, maybe be protected in your college, because at least you're going to get tested at least once a week. Maybe I'm assuming these athletes are going to get tested once a week, if not every other 2 weeks. And I guess they stay out of trouble, but what's to stop them from going to frat parties and shit like that? You know what I mean? I don't know what the point is. So
if the school's closed though, schools in general is closed.
The schools are closed, but kids are still going to party. The players are still going to party.
Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to say that the campus is probably the safest place for the players to be at.
Saying.
So that's what they're saying. What happened?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be all the athletes, and that's it. I guess the athletes can party with each other, but
but that's what I'm saying. For the schools, it's not only going to be football. So the thing is, for the conferences that's actually going to play, they're open to all their collegiate sports. So it's not just football. So okay, so football, right. So once you open, baseball. So whatever sport is going on this season, those players, athletes will be on campus together. That's a lot of fucking.
Yeah, that's a lot of people, man. Yeah, and again, I think students are going to be there too, John. I mean, on a local level, I know a lot of people are sending their kids back to school. It's scary, but they are.
Well, I was gonna say, but the only reason I can see them playing for, what you touched on it, is the fact that they're playing for stock, to raise their stock to get drafted. No bowl game, okay. Obviously, you're not gonna achieve nothing, but you could say you don't got enough film, this would be a year to show out and give you a little boost going into the combine and the workouts.
Yeah, the only.
But who's gonna care if Appalachian State is playing Illinois?
But I'm saying that's the only caveat to it, because what they're doing is they're trying to play in their division. So but they're trying to create a tournament style or exhibition style games for their own particular.
Appalachian State, right? Now, when certain schools don't play it, right? A player that. Not saying because he plays for Appalachian State, he's WAP, but he could be really good, but nobody really notices him with less.
Sure, and then he gets. But then, John. So then let's say he gets highly touted. He goes in the first round, and then he becomes a bust.
But you could be a bust on a SEC team.
Yeah, but the level of competition that you're seeing is not going to be what you see normally.
And that was my whole point, because they'll be playing people in their particular conference, but all games, there are going to be a lot of one-sided games. So,
like high school.
There's already a lot of one-sided games.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. It's already a lot of one-sided games in college general. So when you just playing people within your conference, you got this kid y'all throughout that one college. He plays a good game against another mid-level Division I college team. Yeah, he's getting noticed because they're the only games on. But does that really raise his stock?
I understand what you're saying, but I feel like it gives him a better chance, because you could deduct him for competition purposes and stuff like that, but he'll have something over other players. He'll have more recent film. It's more of what you've done lately than what you did last year or the year before that. So he'll have a better chance. So he has just obviously talent-wise, maybe he's a few notches behind, but going into the stuff, he'll have a chance, combine stuff, because the spotlight's on him. So now I'm looking at him. This scouts is gonna scout, but it's all right, now this is the only game. They still gotta do their job, so they're gonna be more focused. Okay, you show me a few things here and there. Maybe it won't. Maybe it will translate. But now he's going to the combine, he's in a better spot than he would be if everybody was playing, because
also what they're doing when it comes to like 4th and 5th year seniors, they are allowing you to come back and play in the spring.
Super seniors.
Yeah, super seniors. So
Super seniors.
you can come back if you know to just because a lot of time it is their last. A lot of players' last chance.
Yeah, it's the right move for sure. Like, do you think that any of these guys will, like, maybe not like the top of the top guys, but maybe like, you know, fringe, like end of first round, like highly touted draft picks or early second rounds? Do you think they'll transfer to some of these schools that are like open?
No, I mean, because you look at it like so you got Clemson. Clemson's going to play. They're in the SEC. So you got Trevor Lawrence, who wants to play.
Wanted to play, yeah.
Yeah. But his stock is already high, and him playing against again mid-level Division I teams.
He's gonna look like a stud.
Yeah, he's going to look like a stud. But
He's gonna go number one regardless.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That don't really kill his stock. So, like, even if he decided to sit, I'm pretty sure that I feel as though unless we get the spring season come and somebody just knock it out the park, Trevor Lawrence is going number one.
Nah,
so
I even with someone could go crazy, I still think he's going number one. I think he's the lock.
Right. So again,
QB, you know.
So other than players that's on the fringe of making the playoffs or making the pros, and again, we are still coping. And again, they have at all these colleges and all these conferences, they've dealt with issues of COVID and people
already,
having COVID. So it's like they're taking a big chance. I know for the players, it's like, yo, I'm gonna play and take my chances, but at what risk do you do it?
I mean, there is that, like, you know, underlying heart condition that's going on now, right? So it's like, Kev, I mean, like, let's say, like, you made it to, like, the collegiate level, like, you're playing during the COVID times, like, would you risk playing just to get drafted? Like, again, knowing that you can probably come out of the draft with a heart condition after suffering through COVID.
Where it all depends. Where's my stock, bro?
Hypothetically, you're number one. Yeah.
Oh, I'm number one?
Yeah, you're projected first round.
I'm kicking my feet up, bro. I'm gonna be home.
Yeah.
Right. You just had a good season. You projected to be first round. Now, and say, God forbid, you came in contact with COVID. Like, you did your quarantine, but would it really be worth the risk, you taking that chance? Kevin?
I mean, no, not if my stock is already have me in the first round, number one, anywhere in the first round, nah. But if I'm anywhere second round or lower, yeah. And depending on your situation, some of these players, man, they families need the check. And they need that first check to be as best of a check as they could get. And we already know what first rounders are getting, so.
That first 10? Them first 10?
Yeah, the first 10. It's really not the round. It's the first 10. Those dudes get paid.
They get paid. No, first rounders do get paid, though. But
the first 10.
First 10, you're going to get a nice little contract.
Yeah, it's, again,
straight to the bank.
Again, you know, on this part, we all about the players and getting their bag and shit. But it's like we as fans, it's funny how we make exceptions, like, to this shit. Like, I ain't gonna go to work, but when it's something that we love and is like getting taken away from us, we'll make an exception. I think that's funny as Americans. That's why we've been handed this shit so bad versus all the other countries and shit. Cause like when we so stuck and arrogant in our ways and stuck in our ways, it's like, yeah, we gonna quarantine, but hold on, you taking away basketball, you taking away sports. I'll bend a little bit. Like, Americans, we fucked up in the head, but it's what it is.
That's what it is. We spoiled.
Also, speaking of bags, shout out Greg Kittle. You got your bag.
Right,
We're talking
Greg
about
Kittle,
bags. Greg
as
Kittle
well
got paid. Kelsey got paid too. Good for you guys. Hunter Henry got paid too. So a lot of tight ends get paid.
Tight ends getting their bag. Again, tight ends nowadays they're playing like receivers and shit. A lot of them are better route runners and catchers than a lot of these fucking receivers. So, but just keeping it in COVID and sports, MLB, they seem to trying to get shit underlined. I mean, get shit together. seem to be.
Postponing a lot of games.
They postponing a lot of games.
Cardinals are finally back after what I think their last game played was like July 30th. And what are we in now? What's today? Today's the 17th.
17.
So yeah, it's pretty much 3 weeks off.
Yeah, and I was saying that they still talking about a possible bubble.
Yeah, so they're actually – I think they confirmed it now that for the playoffs that they're going to do a bubble. Whether they're going to go to Disney like Kevin predicted, probably. But they definitely do want a bubbleized playoff for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Which makes sense.
So,
I mean, that's the best way to do it.
Hopefully our players don't be fucked up by the time playoffs come.
I don't know, man.
I
don't know.
We only like a quarter into the season. What it's like 22 games so far, 24, something like
we've
that.
had at least 20 games canceled or postponed or delayed.
Yeah, so it's like.
And again, weather has a lot to do with it too, but COVID is being the most important one.
Weather played a role, but a lot of the postponements.
Oh no, a lot of it is COVID. Yeah, for sure.
Activities of COVID.
So we got a short season, 20 plus games postponed. We got a bubble playoffs possibly. We just got to get there. And what they're gonna do in the meantime is the question. You know, you got the Cleveland Indians pitchers who out partying in Chicago and shit, doing dumb shit. But speaking of COVID in sports, we somebody tried to get some ass during this COVID situation.
Yeah.
So now, as you know, NFL, they're now in training camp. They're quarantining. You know, trying to give us sports, but also be safe. Now, was this asshole even drafted? Like,
he was. Yeah, undrafted.
Undrafted rookie.
Homeboy's name is
Kima Severin.
You got it? Severin, yeah.
Severin or something like that.
Yeah,
so
he dressed her up in pads, right? He dressed her up in football, like literally like football equipment. I don't know who caught it. Like maybe she didn't. Maybe she had like heels on and not cleats, or like, you know, maybe I don't know. Maybe Pete Carroll was like, "Damn, look like who is that?" And like, he was like, "Oh, thank God!" Like,
what old man got that fat old ass?
Yeah, I mean,
she was like a 5'2" white woman. You're gonna tell who's wearing pads, dude.
No worries, she was just short little white woman.
Yeah.
There's so for a little bit there was a picture circulating of I forget the actress's name that was on Modern Family, but she was like one of the daughters. That she's wearing a Seahawks jersey. The Alex, the middle one.
Okay, yeah, she was bad.
The nerdy one. They had her in like a Seahawks jersey, and it was like, just checking in, like, you know, whatever. And like, I'm not gonna lie, for like a good like 2 minutes when I saw that picture, I was like, yo, was it her? But I don't think it was.
If he put that off, then good shit, bro.
Yeah, good for him. Yeah,
good for him. But no, it wasn't. It was some regular smuggler.
Opportunity, but he messed up his opportunity at the moment.
Now, see, but again,
he's an idiot.
This nigga was like smuggling a stripper in or something like that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, he made Pete Carroll's job a little easier, right? Like, he probably wasn't going to make the team anyway. You got to cut everybody pretty quickly now, actually. Like, minicamp cuts are bad.
He ruined his chance at making the team. Maybe he wouldn't have made it. But
sure, but I don't think he was going to make it anyway.
I mean,
treated like an undrafted rookie, bro. Like,
all you be there was talking about that WAP.
Yo, he gonna go back to the hood and get found. Watch.
That WAP made niggas do some wild shit, man.
That wet ass P word.
That wet ass P word.
You just say. Don't.
Nah, you know, come on, man. Shout out Ben Shapiro. You know, he's the smartest guy in the room.
So shout out to Bo trying to get that Cardi B, that WAP, from one of them snow bunnies, you know, and he was visiting Kev peoples and shit, you know, Kev like them bunnies. So.
Do you think if Russ tried to sneak in Sierra, you think he'd get suspended or not? He'd get cut?
Hell no, Russ ain't getting cut.
But you think if like a superstar tried to do that? You think like let's say Jamal did it? Hell no. They would have like no. Yeah. She plays. She plays for us.
Yo, you bugging. Sierra gonna stand in the lobby with her arms crossed. They gonna call upstairs.
Yeah.
Russ gonna come down and get her ass, bro.
That ass. Ain't nothing gonna happen. He again. For a player like him that's trying to make the team, I don't think that was the best move.
Yes.
Hopefully you get another opportunity and shit. Because again, and COVID, and especially knowing that, like players be like, yo, this nigga, even the coach be like, yo, he taking a chance with everybody. Because now we gotta worry about like, oh, that's Buddy who tried to sneak in Shorty during COVID, right? Oh, okay. So now we gotta watch his ass.
Again, we're joking, but obviously that's a serious thing. I mean, we don't fucking know this girl. She probably didn't fucking quarantine, right? Like, God forbid, she would have taken out the whole Seahawks team, man.
Yo, first of all,
that's the most extreme negative of it, but he should.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, God fucking forbid, that could have happened.
But it's possible, though.
You know, he just made a rookie mistake. You know, he made a rookie mistake.
No. For starters,
A rookie mistake is waking up late for practice.
Word. Missing a meeting, John.
Missing a meeting. That's a rookie mistake.
I
say rookie mistake because he's a rookie. You know, no vet tried to do no shit like that. I'm pretty sure a vet.
I'm pretty sure a vet's got that already, but
yeah, a vet would do that whole process.
He was like, I can rock with this.
the vets were like, "Hold my pads," and on top of that, try to sneak a girl in and see what happens. You got to try to make the team like our way too.
Imagine that. You heard? Imagine.
That's what I'm saying. Hold my pad. Was it Hazen? Initiation to the team.
What's his name? The player's name?
You got it?
Yeah, it's
Out of here. Get on now.
Kima Severin, or something to that.
You really trying to put pads on her, like
yeah, no, really, like dressed her up like a football player.
Try to build her up.
No, they said that he tried to dress her up.
Yeah. He did the scary movie too. Take it, Brendan. Take it, Brendan.
Wait, somehow, bro. First of all, he's an idiot, first and foremost. And secondly, yo, that girl don't love you, bro, because any girl that love you would have been like, no, I'm not coming. No, I'm not coming.
You're right.
Oh, I thought that was a lit situation. Oh, I'm about to pull up to the team hotel.
Nah. That's what I'm saying.
He saw Sierra get in, and then he thought it was cool, and he hit up Snow Bunny like, yo, you live right down the street, right? I come right down, shit. And he tried to do it, and
he didn't know his position on the team, bro.
Right, he didn't know his position yet. He thought it was sweet. He thought he was in already. But good luck, bro. Hopefully you get another opportunity.
Yeah, wish him the best. Like
man.
Bro, this is where his agent earns his money right now, son. This is where that agent earns.
Nigga,
money.
his agent is mama.
I mean, the Giants need a cornerback. The Jets need a cornerback. Everybody needs a corner.
His mama got him at home scrubbing floors, writing, I will not
sneak bitches
in. I told you about them bitches. I told you them bitches gonna be the downfall of you. But hopefully, bro, get it together. All right, we moving on. That's COVID in sports. We done with COVID. Ain't got much to talk about this week, which is a good thing to me.
Yeah.
Now, but we're gonna do an MLB recap now. Last week in baseball, as we discussed earlier, multiple games, about 20 games have been postponed. What happened, John?
Before we make a switch, I read, even though
what you read?
We're going to kind of talk about this topic a little later.
I
read that the Chiefs are going to try to have 22%. Fill the stadium up to 22% to have.
We'll get that. Because Jerry
we'll get that to that. Right, we'll get that to bag in the trash. Okay, we'll discuss that.
I read that like 20, 30 minutes ago.
All right, so that's for the privileged folks. All right, so
Island.
So we're gonna do an MLB recap. Now, we got a 60-game season, but unfortunately, due to COVID, it's been hard to get through at least the first quarter of the fucking 60-game season. But right now, when it comes to the AL and NL, the A's lead the AL, and the Dodgers lead in the NL. Yankees coming to second in the AL, and Cubbies coming to second in the NL. Now, with that being said, Kev, is the A's the real deal?
They're really
the right
good.
thing, Kev.
They're really good. I want to say yes, but I don't know. I haven't seen them do that well down the stretch. So this year, the stretch.
That's not much of a stretch.
Yeah, the stretch is shortened.
Yeah, the stretch is shortened, and the playoffs are expanded. So they're definitely getting in regardless. But I wouldn't I wouldn't be surprised to see a little decline towards the end, but they're the real deal. I think so.
Yeah. Now, speaking, the Yankees coming to second. They recently had injuries to Judge and Stanton. Should the Yankees
And
be
LeMahieu
concerned?
now.
And LeMahieu. Eddie, since you brought it up, should the Yankees be concerned?
No, because they had a lot of injuries last year too, man. And again, like, we now know that there were teams that may or may not have been cheating, using buzzers and whatnot. But, that team does have a shitload of depth. We have a lot of guys in every position they could show up. I mean, this past week we saw Mike Ford step up. We saw Tauchman step up. I don't know what it is with the Yankees about hating on my man Clint Frazier, but since he's been back, he's been on fire again. Maybe it's the long hair, maybe it's his attitude. Maybe he doesn't have like the Yankee persona, but he kind of reminds me of a Nick Swisher type dude, right? Like Jason Giambi type dude, where he's just a fucking he's shot out of a cannon all the time. So, it is scary with Stanton. With Stanton, it's nothing new to us. Like, we've always known him pre being a Yankee. He's always been injury prone. With Judge, I think we handle him with kid gloves. I think we handle him like he's like a porcelain doll. And I understand, but it's like he's athletic out in the field. So we do need him in right field because he does make great plays and he does have a cannon of an arm. Not only what he does offensively with the bat, but defensively we need him too. But they don't want him to play the field that much. And I know he hit the home run and then they pulled him out over the weekend. And then they said, oh, it's not that serious, but now it is serious. With LeMahieu hurting his thumb, I think LeMahieu was the hardest thing for me to swallow because he can play anywhere on the field. He can play first, he can play second, he can play third, he can play short. He's done it all for us already this year, I think, probably at some point. I don't think he played short this year yet, but I know he played second. I know he played first. I know he played a little bit of third, and he DH'd a few times.
And most importantly, he's the best hitter in the league.
Yeah, no. I mean, they call him the machine for a reason. I mean, the guy his on-base percentage is out of control. I wish I looked it up before this, but I wasn't expecting to talk about DJ because this just came down today.
It's like 430, 440 or something
yeah,
like that.
It's unreal.
It's crazy.
You hope that, I mean, it is a thumb that he's injured before. He always wears a guard on it. So you would hope that it's just a 10-day thing and he's good and he's back. I want him fully healthy either way. I think long-term, the Yankees really all we have to worry about is our pitching. It's not really the injuries that's going to hold us back. It's always going to be our pitching. It's always been our pitching. So I'm not scared yet. I'm not hitting the panic button. I am worried about Judge's durability.
Right, gotcha. Now, we can't just discuss the Yankees. We are in New York. We got to go cross town and check in with our local other New York fans.
Where is he on my screen? Here? Where is he?
He's up and to your left.
Yeah, he's up to my left. He's up to my left.
Well, something like that.
My right.
That way.
Yeah, my right. My right.
Yeah,
you're left.
right. So
this guy.
So just DQ. What's going on in the Mets world? How's everything over there?
Not too good, but this season's, I guess it can be considered a throwaway.
Yeah.
You giving it up already? It's already over?
I'm saying, but this is done with that, like I said, the AL East and the NL East are probably the two hardest divisions in baseball. So, it's always someone leading a different team every year. So,
yeah.
So, I know Stroman's out now, so he opted out. That's what I meant to talk about when I didn't have it last week, guys, by the way. I just remembered. It was Marcus Stroman. So, Stroman's out. DeGrom's healthy, though, right? I know he was supposed to pitch today. Did he pitch?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he pitched today.
So he's not healthy then. Fuck, that sucks, dude. Also with the Mets too, deadline's the 31st for the Will Ponce to sell out, right? That's the deadline.
Yeah.
So it's either A-Rod and J-Lo or Stevie Cohen. DQ, who you want?
Steve Cohen.
Yeah. I think everybody wants Steve Cohen. I want Steve Cohen to buy the Jets if he can't buy the Mets.
Why would you want Steve Cohen over A-Rod?
A lot of people want Gary.
Because he's got a lot of money and he's a fan, and he was just going to throw money away at the problem.
Gotcha.
He'll pay top dollar for pitchers. He'll pay top dollar for bats. He'll pay top dollar for anybody.
Gotcha.
Y'all need somebody to throw some money at more people.
Yeah, I feel like with the A-Rod J-Lo thing too, it's very it's almost like when Jay-Z bought the Nets.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
commercial.
Damn.
It's just you just
PR. It's for PR.
In that whole thing.
Yeah.
They actually talked to A-Rod on Monday Night Baseball or whatever, and they kept asking him Mets questions, and he refused to talk about it. So I think it might be leaning towards the A-Rod J-Lo connection.
Yeah, a lot of times when it's a
Word, 'cause he's
celebrity
too quiet.
involved, when a celebrity is involved, they don't even be the majority. But because they are the celebrity, they'll
Right.
make it seem like it's J-Lo and A-Rod. When it's
He's-
really they only like 2% and shit. Like
Yeah. He's got like the body armor guy, like the body armor water guy.
yeah.
He's got him backing him. He's got like another
Yeah, he
like
got a whole
billionaire.
team. Yeah, he got a whole team and shit. They got, but they
I
the
think
face.
Barstool's like involved in that in some way, shape, or form with the A-Rod J-Lo thing.
It's possible, but that's what I'm saying. Because A-Rod and J-Lo are the celebrities, whenever it's like they have anything to do with buying or anything like when it comes to sports, they always PR the celebrity. Like, yes, A-Rod is buying the team when really that motherfucker only own like 1% and shit like that. He is not the majority and shit. But in regards to baseball, any standouts last week? Standout players, standout moments, standout plays. Anything happened last week in baseball that you guys can think of?
Web gems are out of control. Mookie Betts hit 3 home runs in one
Yeah,
game.
that was
He's
About
on
to say that.
fire right now.
Yeah.
And I think
Trout last week too hit 2 multi-home run games, so 2 home runs in each
Mookie
game.
Betts has the most 3 runs and hitting 3 home runs in one game in MLB history now.
That's
wow.
crazy.
That's
And
ridiculous.
speaking of Mookie Betts,
Tatis and Judge are still at 9, so
right,
Tatis
it
is
was
still on fire.
Tatis, Judge, and somebody else. Trout.
Mike Trout.
Yeah, Mike Trout. All tied for 9.
Uh-huh.
But speaking of Mookie Betts, the Dodgers again is leading. Throw it to you, John. Do you think the Dodgers have what it takes to ultimately stay on top of the NL and possibly meet whoever's in the AL in the World Series?
Yeah, but I'm gonna take this moment to laugh at all the Boston Red Sox fans.
They're bad. They're really bad, though. We can't. It's not.
Bro.
Yeah, they're just a bad team.
If I was a Sox fan, why would you trade him? He's really good, but
Yeah.
I guess I can root for him now because you don't play for him no more. But he's still
Nah,
good. He's
boy's
still
nice,
good.
bro.
Why would you trade him?
Well, he wasn't good. They had to pay him a lot of money. Look what the Dodgers paid him.
He's a star player.
Yeah, but they couldn't keep that outfield together. I mean, between Benintendi, Jackie Bradley Jr., and Betts, one of them had to go, and Betts' contract was up sooner. So
Bad choice.
it's just, I mean, hey, listen, it's just how the cards played out for them.
Oh no! What are you doing, baby?
Now, before we get out of the baseball recap, any star player that's playing like a bus so far this season that you guys know of?
Yup.
Who
Gary
is that?
Sanchez.
Gary's back on though. You got to get off of him. Come on, man. He's back on. He's putting the ball in play now. He's getting hits. Calm down. Not Gary.
No plate discipline.
Gary's a slow starter, and it's a shortened season, so if there's a longer season.
I mean, I haven't. He's a great baseball player, but I haven't really been hearing a lot of buzz from him. I think it's because they do play in Milwaukee. But Christian Yelich is like arguably one of the best baseball players in the league, and I haven't really heard much from him.
I think he's doing
I don't really know how he's doing, but I guess if I had to pick someone who hasn't been performing well, I'm not seeing you on SportsCenter, man. So what are you doing?
Anybody you got, Drew? DQ? Any player that's usually a standout but haven't seen much so far in this short season?
Not at the moment. It's like you said, like how the team is only 60 games. Teams are going to heat up eventually, and some are going to.
What about Cespedes? Anybody, Drew? I know you ain't the biggest baseball fan, but anybody that you've been seeing on SportsCenter that's like, yo, he's ass.
No.
You don't even know what the Yankees or the Mets.
Ain't nobody, not top tens that stood out to you.
Yelich got 5 home runs.
He's got 5 home runs, but he's batting 197 right now.
My thing says Baseball Reference says 194.
Yeah, 194. Sorry, 194. You're right.
It's early. It's
early. Yeah.
Obviously, they used to play 162 games, so it's like more season to pick up.
Yeah.
We're a quarter of the way done with the season, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Some people's averages is not gonna get that boost like you'll get for getting those extra games. Some people.
Can you guys believe? I love Derek Jeter. I really love what he did for us, but since he's bought the Marlins, can you believe that at some point he had Stanton, Ozuna, and Yelich in his outfield, and he fucking traded all of them. What a moron. Dev, all three of those guys are top players.
Right. Yeah, I know.
Right now in the league.
I know who
It's
are.
fucking
I know who they are.
crazy.
Dame was a top player at the time. The other two they
were growing, but I mean, Jesus, you should have kept them.
But remember, he's the owner.
Partial owner.
GMs and presidents for.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta do your job.
The Marlins have been playing good since they came back from having a clap, right? I mean, Corona.
Yeah, the Cardinals too. I think it's the break, right? It's the break. It's the break. They like the break.
Yeah. All right, but we're going to move over to basketball because the NBA seems to be the only ones that's getting shit right. And
hockey and the NHL.
And hockey.
And the race is already on. That's what you're doing. If you're watching the
right now. Shit in NBA is real. We in the playoffs now. We had our bubble play 8-game season. A lot of great moments in these fucking 8 games that took place. So I'm going to go around and pose a few questions to you guys. First off, going to you, Drew, first. Who's your bubble regular season MVP?
My bubble regular season MVP? Dame Dollar, he yes, man. He's been doing awesome in these 8 games. And that not too much of the last game, because the last game he was being double teamed and when he was playing with Brooklyn. But through the first 7 games, I think the dude averaged about 35 points a game, something crazy.
He was cooking.
He was really cooking. You can't even give it to him, T.J. Warren, Devin Booker. They were all
speaking of Devin Booker, because I know Eddie, he ain't the biggest basketball fan, but he's found love. I think he found his love at first sight.
I'm full blown. What was it that Gettleman said, guys? Full blown, madly in love or deeply in love with Daniel Jones. I'm that way with Devin Booker, man. I mean, holy shit. It sucks that these guys went 9-0, right? Was it 9-0? 9-0, no?
8.
No, 8. Because
so it was 8-0, and what did they get? A participation trophy? Fuck, man. That's just not even cool, dude. I would love for Devin Booker to, move on from the Suns if his contract's up. I don't really know what his contract's really looking like these days. So great. I would love for you to come to the New York Knicks. I know it's a bad city to play for. I know that James Dolan is a terrible owner, but I think you'll fit in. And listen, you already got your number 1 fan right here, baby.
Right.
I'll be at every fucking game.
You gonna copy a Devin Booker jersey?
Hell yeah! So I went to I won't say the name of the location. But fuck it, they're going out of business. I went to Modell's and there was a shitload of jerseys but they were triple XL. And I almost got a Kevin Knox jersey, but it was 3 times XL. I was I ain't fitting in that.
You should have got
looking like the 90s. Yeah, looking like a 90s throwback jersey.
Hey, John, who's your bubble MVP?
I feel like Devin Booker had it till Dame went on that little late surge.
Till Dame put up 60?
Yes.
He had 150 points in 3 games.
154, bro. That shit crazy.
They poked the humble bear, and then he got aggressive, and
he said, "Put some respect on my name."
Yeah,
oh my god, that shit.
I mean, Dame unleashed on the bubble. He went and he showed you.
Yeah, DQ, who's your bubble MVP?
I mean, Dame Dollar, he went off, he told his teammates was going through the playoffs, and he did that.
Nets was being some bitches. They wanted to make it hard.
Yeah, they did. It fought hard, man. But think about it. That team had every reason to phone it in and not give a fuck. They don't have their 2-star players that they just got in the offseason.
And they're already in the playoffs.
I know, but they're still playing hard. They didn't phone it in. I appreciate that. I hate the Nets because I'm a Knicks fan, but
because they said they were playing that way throughout the whole 8 games.
Yeah, honestly, that's how I want my team to play.
No, but that's
play hard all the time. I don't care that you're already in.
Yeah, but
you play to win the game.
No, but also people like to spoil shit, and Brooklyn had a chance to spoil.
Right.
I'm saying.
So,
they should have.
No, because the kid LeVert be cooking. Like,
yo, bro,
but
they will.
I'm looking like, yo, what's good with y'all, yo? Like, y'all win there, like.
They would have lost if LeVert didn't hit that game winner, son, bro. Like, they were at the mercy, bro. Like,
I think I don't know if I said it last week, but that was like the most exciting 9 minutes of basketball I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
What was that?
Nets Blazers game. That was last 9 minutes.
Right. Yeah.
It was just like I was like, what's happening? And like the back of my mind, I'm rooting for Portland to lose, even though like I still want Melo to win. And I'm like, I'm going through this like crisis, and I hate the Nets, so I'm like, why am I rooting for the Nets to win? I'm like, that's because I want Devin in, but Melo. But I'm like, bro, I'm telling you,
Melo came in clutch again, bro.
Yeah. Clutch.
Melo got a lot of rebounds right at the end there too.
Yeah. Melo,
very important.
Game time, bro.
So, Kev, who's your bubble MVP?
I want to go with Devin Booker just because I feel for him, bro. Like, just sitting on the bench, like, I could see him, like, going back to the hotel. Like, I be cursing everybody out. Everybody getting a middle finger, flipping people the bird. I be pushing over chairs.
Right.
Well, that's kind of on them. That's like,
I be coughing on doorknobs and shit, bro.
If they had Kelly Oubre playing, they would have been hell. He didn't have him. So he's doing shit by himself.
Yeah. Now, speaking of the Blazers, because they are in the playoffs and shit, we watching the first day of the playoffs currently. Blazers are going up against the Lakers in the first round. Their first game tomorrow, correct?
Also, I know we saying who should be MVP, but Dame was the bubble MVP.
He was, but that's who we wanted.
But I said,
Dame had isn't he tied Will Chamberlain this weekend, right? Or last weekend? Most 60 points, like consecutive, like 61-point games or whatever.
It was something like him.
That's a legend.
Yeah.
Like, why is it like, again, like you guys know I'm not a big basketball fan, but why isn't Dame like considered in the conversation, like of like best players in the NBA today?
He didn't go to a big college. Like when he came out to the league, he didn't go to a big school. Like he was always like.
But I'm saying like he's done enough to prove by now, right, that he should be in the conversation. No,
he plays in Portland.
I think so.
I think that's what it is. Like niggas know Dame is that guy. Like ain't no
right.
He's
I mean, like even me, like I know that bye game, all that.
3 years in a row, he didn't send motherfuckers home. Like he's notorious for it, and that's why I bring up the question when it comes to the first round. I'm gonna throw the Laker fan first, Jonny. Should the Lakers be worried going up against Dame Dollar and Melo in the first round?
No.
Why not?
Lakers got that. Like Dame is hot right now, but the Lakers have that matchup. Right.
The Lakers haven't had a good bubble.
They haven't had a good bubble, but
turning it on though, right? You gotta expect
the only thing I'm gonna say though, LA is tripping with the they announced that they're gonna honor Kobe in the second round.
Second round.
So they basically that's telling you that they don't even see Portland.
And that's bad.
You don't see that on the whiteboard though, John? Like you don't see that on like they said.
Right.
You shouldn't see it that way. But that might make more of a.
I would take it that way.
And that's what I'm saying. You shouldn't announce shit like that when you playing against Dame. Because he like
the freaking Knicks.
I understand that honor Kobe in his memory and stuff, but to say like we're gonna wait in the second round is
what makes you think you're gonna get to the second round?
Now let's say they get back in the first round, then what happens?
So that's what I'm saying. You got niggas like Dame and Melo who both got the chip on their shoulder and shit. Only person that I know for sure is gonna show up for the Lakers is LeBron, maybe AD. The rest of them, though, the rest of them have.
AD's gonna show up.
Yeah, the rest of them, though.
Kuzma's been looking good. The Lakers haven't had a good bubble, but Kuzma has a good bubble.
Kuzma has spurts.
No, but
he'll have a good first, or maybe have a good fourth, or maybe a good 2-minute run. But Kuzma hasn't been consistent. Nobody but LeBron and AD are consistent.
What about
I say that's hurting. That's hurting Portland though. Is their defense. Their defense is trash because they're in way too many close games. Like you can get up on Portland because they're not stopping. I don't see them stopping anybody because it shouldn't be 130 it shouldn't be 134, 130, 135, 134, 133 when they're on that Brooklyn game.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, if he hit that shot, they would have lost and continue with that playing game with the Grizzlies on Saturday. Their defense is horrible. That's the only thing I can say that's gonna hold them back.
All right. At the end of the day,
the post defense isn't that good neither.
at the end of the day, y'all missing the most important thing in this series. To me, we've been
What's that?
watching this shit over a decade. My boy Bron and Melo is going at it again. I love it.
Yeah, they can't defend each other though.
That I know, but they always find each other on rotations somewhere.
Yeah.
It don't matter, bro. I'm looking forward to that. That's all I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be good. Melo, he got something to prove.
They've been
Dame,
competing
and
since
again,
baby faces, yo.
and that's what I'm saying. Lakers announcing that we gonna wear these jerseys in the second round, saying we
talk
getting
that shit.
past this
That's
first
bad.
round. So
Talk that
horrible,
smack.
bro.
you give.
Early bold predictions.
Oh yeah, we gonna go around. I'm gonna go around to that. Let me get to that. But you give Dame that battery, you're gonna get into some trouble.
They better stop somebody, dude. They better stop somebody. That's what
yeah, I mean, half these motherfuckers don't play defense anyway. We a defensive league, so defensive-less league. But
Toronto plays defense.
you got that one. Toronto does play defense. Milwaukee used to play defense. I don't know what happened to them. But I want to go around and get y'all picks. So we're gonna start in the East, and this is out.
This the boom and bust?
No, this is different from boom and bust. This is picks between the based on the matchups.
Oh, so we're picking the first round. All right. Okay.
Right. So first round pickups. So I mean matchups. So for the East, right? We got for the East, we got Bucks versus Magics. DQ, who's your pick?
4-0 sweep.
I'll get the Bucks going past the first round.
What?
The
You
Bucks
think
got-
the Bucks?
They're
This first
They had a
round.
horrible season. They're the 8th seed. They're not going to beat the Bucks.
Okay.
He talking only first round. He's only talking first
We're
round.
talking first round.
Kev,
4-0 sweep, bro.
Bucks, Magics.
I got the Bucks too, man. You come into the 1 seed, you need to win, bro. Especially first round.
Who they playing?
John, Bucks, Magics.
That's of course the
That's
Bucks.
easy. That's cake. This cakewalk.
Let's pack it up.
Bucks, Magics.
You cannot count out the Greek people, okay? Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to go into Orlando even though he's been there. But the Bucks, Milwaukee Bucks.
Guy's an idiot. Shut up, man.
Right. Ain't no movement. Ain't no going home field and shit. Ain't no home.
I mean, do they have home field advantage because it's in Orlando or Kissimmee?
I mean, maybe because they're used to the humidity. Maybe.
Yeah.
But no.
No, absolutely not.
Right. It's nice and cool in that motherfucker. All right, Drew. Bucks, Magics.
4-0 sweep for the Bucks. I don't. Magic is no.
Oh, he said 4-0 sweep.
He said they're bringing the brooms.
Oh yeah, we probably should have said in what.
Okay.
Like
DQ.
in how many games? It's cool.
Bucks, Magics, and what? No, we go around real quick. Bucks, Magics, and what?
I guess it in 5.
F.
4. Why not? Sweet.
John.
4. Sweet.
Ed.
I wanted to give them the benefit of the doubt too. 5.
Okay. One game for the Magics. I'll give them 5. Magics can pull out at least one game.
They got one game.
All right. Next we got the Pacers Heats. DQ.
I got Pacers and 6.
Okay. Kev.
Where is he?
Pacers in 5.
John.
Heat and 6.
Who is it?
Eddie.
Who you got?
He got Heat and 6.
Heat and 6. I'm gonna go Pacers in 4.
Oh wow. Damn.
What?
Y'all really sleeping on the Heat.
Okay.
No, what you got? What you got, Drew?
So let's hear it.
Heat and 6. The Pacers.
Also, I got Heat in 7. Gonna be a close Pistons ain't got no bigs, but I think it's gonna be a close.
The Heat got that round, bro. Like,
Yeah, I just said Heat and 7.
Oh, my bad. Okay, I was talking to these three.
All right, we got Celtics and the Sixers. DQ.
I got Celtics in 4.
Damn. Kev.
I got the green team in 4.
John.
I'm a hater. I don't care.
What you say, John?
Celtics in 5.
Celtics in 5. Eddie.
Celtics in 6.
Drew.
I got the same way. Celtics in 6.
And following you guys, I got Celtics in 6. I think Embiid could pull out 2 games. So I got Celtics.
That game today was like they were pretty close going up.
Exactly, and Embiid was pretty unstoppable and down low and shit. So I think they could pull out 2. All right, next we got Raptors and the Nets. DQ.
Raptors and Nets. I got Raptors in 7.
Okay. Kev.
Raptors in 5.
Yeah.
Again, your seed is that high. You gotta pack them up first round.
John.
Raptors in 4.
Sweet. Ed.
Johnny said, "Bro."
Raptors in 5. Again, I keep giving teams too much the benefit of the doubt. I don't want teams to get swept.
No, there's nothing wrong with that, but some teams get swept.
Some teams get swept. It's just the matter.
I don't want to see it. Hate to see it.
Raptors. I would like to say Raptors in 5, but nah, they're sweeping. Raptors in 4. Raptors in 4.
I honestly don't see no brooms in the bubble. I got Raptors in 5 as well. I just think it's just too even of a playing field. Although there are better teams, it's like
I forgot what player.
It's way even in the West though, but it's always been like that.
I forgot what player is the one that said it, but it was something about like the backboard because there's no fans in there, that it just looks easier to shoot, right? So it's like there's no pressure. So a lot of these are doing better.
Yeah,
so,
this shit is like open.
it's gonna be
for
hard.
a lot of them is really like open gym, where it's like it's fun. It's just fun basketball. Now, of course, the pressure is on, but again, you don't deal with all the outside noise and shit. And again, they put up hundreds of shots in the quiet gym. And again, I say Mark Jackson was talking about it. It's like, yo, you see players shooting better because of it being so quiet. Like, it just ball. It's just hooping. Like,
but I believe the pressure, even though it's different because the first 8 games is going to be different from the playoffs. This is where,
of course.
I think that playoff pressure is still there. Them 8 games,
definitely.
Just 8 games. But them playoff pressure is different, bro. It's way different from this.
Yeah, it's definitely different, but I don't think it is as intense of being in somebody else's home, on somebody else's court, dealing with everybody calling you bitches and you bum ass motherfucker, you gay, you bitch, all that crazy shit. Like, it ain't the same.
They had the artificial booze though.
Yeah, and it's control though. They ain't gonna let nobody say nigga on the prompter and shit. Like, it's not happening.
No way.
So, all right, getting into the Western Conference. Our matchups is as we got first round. Lakers Blazers. DQ.
Oh my God. I'll give Lakers in 6.
Yeah.
Game was gonna get this one to win.
You said
Ed or Kev? Oh.
Lakers in 7, bro. They gonna have LeBron sweating, bro.
John.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
Mr. Bias.
Lakers in 6.
All right. That's fair.
I'll take it.
You said what, John?
The Lakers play the correct way, they could sweep Portland.
F.
I heard that hot shit.
That's a big F.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Dame's nickname is Dame Dollar, right?
Yeah.
LeBron and AD gonna make change out of Dame. Lakers in 7.
Okay. Drew.
Just like I tell you, it's gonna be. I give Portland 2 games. It's gonna be Lakers in 6. But that defense, they need to tighten up that defense because.
Hey, Drew. You know I love you, right?
Wait, you love me? Okay.
I do. You know I do. Can you could you face the camera maybe?
I am facing the camera.
Now you are.
I mean, now you are, but the whole time you've been talking to the left. Could you maybe, I don't know, shift it towards you?
Are you on the stairs or are you on your bullet pointed bed?
There you go.
Right. Well, I got Lakers in 7, and it's gonna be a close 7. Close 7.
Luke Voigt hit another bomb, bro.
Next we got Rockets Thunders.
Who hit the bomb?
Luke.
Okay.
Rocket Thunder. I'll give you're gonna be surprised. Like the Thunder playing really well. So I'm gonna give the Thunder a 7.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's bold.
Yeah.
That might be a 7.
Yo, I feel bad for James. Don't nobody feel bad for that man?
No.
Not really.
Bro,
No.
he needs. Hey, he's not gonna sweep them, so I'm gonna take them in 5.
Okay. John.
Houston in 7.
I just want to see Russ go off.
Ed.
Well, so is Russ playing? What's going on?
He's gonna miss a couple.
He's gonna miss a couple.
He's gonna miss a couple.
So, okay. I mean, I love this storyline because it's like Russ back in OKC, even though it's not OKC. That's like
What's up? I want to see Russ go against.
It's like the Chris Paul Harden beef.
Right.
Like
Chris
that.
Paul feels something tight.
So it's definitely going to go 7 without Russ, though. I mean, I don't know how.
It sucks. It sucks that Russ not gonna play. But he might.
I'm gonna have to give it to the Thunder. I'm gonna have to give it to the Thunder. No
You
Russ.
got Thunder? You got Thunder in what?
Yeah, in 7. In 7.
All right.
I said no matter what, it's going 7, but.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened to Russ though?
He got hurt.
You got a strained quad.
The bruised quad.
Oh, he'll be back. That's like.
All
I
right,
thought you gonna say he pulled his
okay.
groin or something like.
He got a strained quad. Yeah.
If you
He's
say
been
he had a
dealing with it
hammy,
for like-
if you say he had a hammy or like he pulled his groin, I'd be like, oh damn, but nah.
All right, Drew, what you got?
I got
His own shot.
the Rockets in 7. Rockets in 7.
Following Eddie and DQ, I got Thunders in 7.
Yo, Russ gonna be asking for that good old cortisone shot.
All right. Next we got Nuggets Jazz DQ.
That's gonna be a
I
good.
got Nuggets in 5.
Yeah.
I got Jazz in 5.
Johnny.
You got Jazz at 5. Wow. Denver in 6. And I miss you balled out today.
Yeah, he was cooking.
Nuggets in 6. Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Drew.
Nuggets in 6.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be the
It's gonna be hard.
besides the Heat and the Pacers, them two, that 4-5, 5-6 shit, whatever it is, those are always usually the toughest.
This is 3-6. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but I do get Denver in 7.
Okay.
Gonna be a good series, but I got Denver in 7.
I can definitely rock.
Lastly, we got Clippers and the Mavericks. DQ.
Well, right, watching the game now, the fix was definitely on the first quarter because they went on a 12-0 run and they didn't score once. But I want to say Mavs in 7, actually.
There you go.
Ooh, wow. That's great. That's crazy.
They're losing by 20 right now in the third quarter.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I mean, damn.
I was gonna say Clippers in 6.
Yeah,
that's hard.
Johnny.
Clippers in 6. Possibly 5.
Yeah. Eddie.
You know how frustrating it is to sit here, do this podcast, and watch fucking Kristaps play in the playoffs, and yet another Nick to be in the playoffs. It's not a Nick.
Him and freaking Luka averaging 30.5.
I mean, I'm
I'm
going to give it to the Clippers in 5. I'm assuming that Dallas might win this game. This might be the one game that they win. But yeah, Clippers in 5.
Drew.
Yeah, remember, shout out to all the people that celebrated Kristaps getting traded.
Bro.
Damn.
I mean,
like how many are like Shumpert, fucking JR, fucking David Lee, fucking
Derrick
Jeremy
Rose.
Lin.
Derrick
Jeremy
Rose,
Lin.
Jeremy Lin, fucking. I mean,
Manning Fry, you got Nate
like
Robinson.
the main reason why I don't is because I can't take in that much heartbreak. I already have to root for these fuckers.
Sounds like you need
it's hard. It's
Drew,
hard, Ed.
Drew, who you got?
I just said it. The Clippers in 6.
Yeah, I got Clippers in 5. I think this might be although
so early.
It's so early,
them,
yeah. It's the
and,
second
and
with 6
Luka
minutes
them,
left.
Yeah, they're playing good this first game, but I think this is gonna be day 1. So Clippers in 5.
Woo.
All right, but that's the end of our NBA recap, and that's the end of in case you missed it. Now we're gonna bring back an old segment that we haven't did in a long fucking time.
Yeah,
forever.
since like what, like episode 6?
Since one of them earlier episodes, and this is Boom or Bust.
Great.
Yeah, Boom or Bust, where we pick our boom and we pick our bust. Now, for this particular episode, we're gonna pick one boom, one bust for each conference of the NBA. So you'll have 2 on each side. So you have one boom, one bust, Eastern Conference, one boom, one bust, Western Conference. All right, you guys got it?
Yes.
So boom or bust. We're starting with the Eastern Conference. I'm gonna start with you first, John. Who's your boom?
My boom is the Celtics.
Okay, and who's your bust?
The Sixers.
Bust. Yeah, definitely.
Nice cop out.
Yeah, it's down here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Boom or bust, Eastern Conference.
I got Bucks Celtics conference finals.
My boom is probably gonna be Toronto. My bust, if there's ever gonna be a big bust, is gonna be the Bucks.
Oh.
EQ.
My boom is Toronto, and my bust is the Heat.
Drew.
my boom is the. I want to say shit. Okay, I give it Toronto as a boom.
Okay, who's your bust?
And the bust is going to be the Celtics. I don't think they're really going far. Like they can be had in the second round. To be honest.
All right, Eddie.
So my bust is because I think like their ultimate goal is to be to the NBA final, get to the NBA final. It's not they're not going to necessarily be a bust if they get to the Eastern Conference Championship, but I think the Bucks will ultimately lose in the Eastern Conference Championship. So I don't think they'll make it to the final. So I guess in their book it would be a bust. And my boom would be the Raptors because I think that's going to be the team to beat them, and you'll see the Raptors in the final again.
And just to follow DQ, that I actually agree with DQ. My boom is the Toronto Raptors, and my bust is the Boston Celtics. I don't think Celtics will get past the second round. I think next round is where they're going to have to show and prove. They got good pieces, but I don't think they bigs ain't that real good. Like
his Kent is okay. He's just a hard inside defender based on the size.
So
you know what?
Era, you don't really need bigs in this era.
Nah, bro. The big.
That's true, but if they meet up,
I know they're important for bigs. I'm just saying in this era, you don't really need.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about who they possibly can meet up with in the next round. If they go up against either Toronto or fucking Miami or any one of those teams, but they're gonna
both win. It'll be Boston and Toronto in the second round.
Toronto. I think Toronto is gonna kill them down low. So at least to my opinion. So they will be my bust. All right, moving up.
Like raw and like you don't understand. Like he's OD nice.
And that's what I'm saying. They got Pascal, Spicy P. They got Kazar, and then they got that African nigga. I can't remember the name.
Pascal can stretch the floor. Certainly he can stretch Ibaka too. So
you guys stretch Ibaka.
It's way different than the Celtics game because they have no inside.
And all their bigs can stretch. All their bigs can stretch.
Can Serge and Pascal can shoot the three, and so can Mark if he wanted to.
So yeah, that I got Celtics going out in the next round. All right, we're gonna move over to the Western Conference. Boom or bust, Johnny. Remember, you got a boom and you got a bust. Who's your boom and bust for the West?
I feel like it's obvious. I was trying like as we was doing this, I was trying to pick a team that I feel like it's gonna exceed. I'm just going with the Lakers. I was trying to really pick a team that, because obviously the Lakers are expected to go to the final.
Right.
So I was trying to pick a team that is probably gonna do better than expectations, but for the most part, I feel like everything that's expected is gonna take place. Like the Clippers with Lakers conference finals, I feel like that's gonna happen. So
you got Lakers as your boom, your bust is who?
my bust will be. That's not really a bust. But my bust would be Denver. No,
Okay.
not.
Yeah, because they'd be. I mean, if they get anywhere, that's really good for them.
Yeah, it's. I'll say Denver, but it's like I don't really have a bust because I feel like how the West is gonna play out, you're gonna go out with it.
It's all chalk.
I mean, it's.
No,
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah.
That's in my opinion. I don't really have a bust. I feel like I don't see. I could be wrong, but I don't see nobody getting like upset in the first round. I feel like everybody will make it to where they're expected to. You know.
Gotcha.
Like, if Houston beat OKC and they play LA, no one's gonna expect Houston to win. So you expect Houston. You know, they ran into that wall.
Yeah.
So that's just my opinion. I picked Denver, but I don't really see. I feel like everybody's gonna go out when I expect them to.
All right, Kev, boom or bust?
Yeah, so my boom, I feel like my boom is Houston. And my bust is definitely the Nuggets.
Y'all sleeping on the Nuggets. Just DQ.
My boom is the Nuggets, and my bust is the Rockets.
Right with you.
This guy.
But we'll get to it. We'll get to that.
Come on, say that again. You say your boom is what?
The Nuggets.
And his bust is the Rockets. Ed, boom.
Rockets might be a bust.
So, I took it differently than what everybody else did. So expectations for the Lakers is a final or bust, no? So win the championship final or bust, right?
That's it. Nothing else.
So because of the odds of doing that, that's my bust.
Mm-hmm.
And the expectations for the Nuggets is pretty low, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, no one's really counted. Like, they're talking about the Rockets, the Clippers, and the Lakers. No one's talking about Denver. If they get into the Western Conference Final, that's good enough for them. So, yeah, they're my boom.
Right. Drew.
My bust is going to be the Rockets, and my boom, this shit is kind of hard because I feel like Jonny, like everything is going to go where it needs to be, but can I pick the Lakers by default? Like that's hard for me. Like
That's a cop out.
I mean, yeah, it's a cop out because it's not like I kind of say like it's gonna be, but my bust is gonna be the Rockets though.
All right,
Rockets definitely a bust.
My boom is Denver. I think they're gonna surprise and they're gonna take down one of these LA teams.
Yeah. That'd be crazy. That's what I said. Like, you have to take out a LA team to get to the Western Conference. If they do that, good for them. You know.
I ain't saying. I don't know.
Face the Clippers.
You don't know which team.
So if they play the Clippers, I honestly feel like they can upset the Clippers.
All right, let's go.
I really do. I really feel like they can upset the Clippers. I think they got enough pieces with the Joker and Maury and Porter. If Porter plays like he can play. They really have a fucking three-piece and a fucking they really can do something this year. Although they still a bunch of young guys, but they really got pieces there, and I think they can potentially upset somebody. And might upset. I ain't gonna say they're gonna win a West, but
no, but getting there is enough.
But I think they will.
Finals is definitely an achievement.
I think they will upset people. Somebody.
Denver can go to the Western Conference Finals and get swept, and I'd still be like, yeah, very good for you guys.
Right.
You know,
and that's what I'm saying. They have all the ceiling is. There's not much at stake for them. So, and I think they have the potential to upset people. And just following Eddie, my bust is the Lakers because they have to win the chip. That's it.
Or so high, dude.
I mean, honestly, because they have them and the Clippers in like the same round. So if they go to the Western Conference Finals, like that's not real. It would be a bust to that team, but like everybody everybody thinks the highs is the Lakers and the Clippers. So
right, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. And you can either go either way, Clippers or the Lakers. For them, I have both of their ass as my bust because it's championship or nothing. Like they have to be there. If not, it's a bust. It's a bust if they don't even meet in the Western Conference. It's an automatic bust for whoever don't make it.
And now your boom makes sense though, because if the Nuggets take them out, the Clippers out, that shit's gonna be something.
That shit will fuck the league up because they want the LA, like they want the LA West, like that's what it is. That's what's been preached and promoted since the beginning of the season. So if that shit don't happen,
basically right now, if Portland smokes the Lakers somehow, some way.
Smoke the Lakers.
No,
some way.
If the LA teams lose, if the LA teams lose, I'm not gonna watch the playoffs. Like,
yeah, you know what? That's a good point. Because like, what will we be watching? Will we like? Because okay, so that's a good point. If one of the LA teams goes and the other one goes, and let's say it's like Denver and Boston, that'd be kind of cool.
No,
you don't think so? Because it's like teams with like no expectations.
No,
to win.
No lie. If none of the LA teams to go, people will want Portland to go because people will want to watch it.
Right.
Yeah. So Portland who would come out of the East in a weird scenario? So Portland out of the West, who would come out of the East in a weird scenario?
That's not.
Austin
would be a good game. Portland, Boston, or Portland Raptors,
or Miami,
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Miami is going to surprise.
Drew, you'd be really happy if Miami. I'm not going to start it again. I'm not going to start it again.
I'm not listening to the one.
I'm not watching it. I'm not watching that shit though. That's going to be some whack ass.
Miami's going to actually. Can I change my boom to Miami, bro?
No, you can't. It's too late. You didn't pick your team as always. You are a fraud fan. We're not doing it. What's next, Dev?
You never pick for your team, bro. You never ride for Miami, like ever.
Yes, I do, bro. Like, what you talking about? I said,
you better calm down.
It's actually Toronto and Miami. That's my.
Why can't I mute him?
You better calm down. Who you yelling
That's
at?
my Eastern Conference Finals.
Shut the fuck up, Kev.
I didn't even listen to that dumb shit.
You better shut up.
You better shut your mouth, boy.
You know who you talking to?
You, bro.
That's boom or bust. We moving on, man. We going into what's next, y'all? Bag of the trash, right?
Bag of the trash time, yeah.
Bag of the trash. All right, so first question, man. Houston Astros coach was suspended. 20 games, right?
Yeah, he was the hitting coach, not bench coach. I know I said hitting bench coach last week. It's the hitting coach. Sorry.
Yeah, but he was suspended for 20 games, which ultimately is like the whole fucking season.
Good.
So bag of the trash. Going to you first, Ed. Was the suspension excessive?
No. This guy started the fight.
So you trashing it?
Yeah, it's not. I'm trashing it. Yeah, exactly. No, he started the fight, and then he started it, and then backed up and didn't want it. So yeah, and again, like, thank God nothing happened. We'll find out in about a week now, right? Because that was last week, so it takes 2 weeks to show symptoms. But God fucking forbid, like, COVID got spread because this fucking guy started popping off for no reason. It's like, dude, I know you make more than me, but it's like you don't make shit, dog. Sit the fuck down.
Bugging.
John, bag of the trash it.
I'm going to
Was it excessive? Bag of the trash it.
See, he's not the fucking manager.
I don't think it's excessive. I think for the simple fact that he's a coach, he's in a position to know better. He shouldn't be going back and forth for like an opposing player. So I feel like the justification was right. You know?
All right, so you trashed it because you don't think it's excessive based on who he is.
I was a little confused. That's why I didn't hear my answer. I was a little confused, but yeah, I don't think it's excessive, so I trashed it.
Kev, bag of the trash it.
Trashing it. I don't think he got enough suspension, enough games.
What is this right?
Coming out of all the scrutiny, everything that's going on with the team, like, bro, I feel like, y'all should just be quiet, shut up, don't say nothing. But he want to get crazy.
Yeah.
And that he deserves that. He earned it.
And also, due to COVID symptoms and stuff, like it could have been spread amongst
Right.
them.
Right. And I think that's what MLB reason behind the suspension, because again, everybody had, again, I would have been, like I said, I would have been running the opposite way if that was Florida, if that was Marlins. But again, you got everybody coming together. We still dealing with COVID, and so he pretty much kicked that shit up, and that's what happened. Hopefully, players don't start to show symptoms, and we have new cases between the two teams. Because if we do, then that's some real fuck shit.
And they need to dub him for the rest of the season.
Bag of the trash it. Was the suspension excessive?
To me, I'm sorry, I'm trashing it. Like he should know better. Like what's going on right now. Like, definitely trashing it. He's definitely no, but it's definitely probably not. You're also right. It's probably not even enough. And what Jonny said was definitely on point.
Yeah, Drew, bag of the trash it.
I'm the same. If you start your mess, like this is what you gotta deal with. Like it's definitely trash. Like
so you definitely trash
what you was getting into.
All right, moving on now. We are in the NBA bubble. There has been players coming forth dealing with some depression, almost like kind of cabin fever, loneliness. Being in the bubble without a significant other, or
he ran out of lotion, I heard, in the bubble.
Yeah, and Jergens
no more Kleenex.
Jergens is running low. So there's been talk, and players have been petitioning to have a friend or a significant other join them in the bubble.
Call it what it is, bro.
So, boy, I just said a friend or a significant other.
Call it what it is.
What is it, Kev?
You could be mine, or I could be your buddy.
Well, Stephen A. just said conjugal visits. So, Kev, posing the question. Eddie, to you first. Posing the question, bag of the trash. Should significant others be allowed in the bubble?
You don't think that an NBA player should get a dick sucked? Come on, man. That's just preposterous, Molly. Come on. I'm bagging that.
Stupid ass.
That was my Stephen A. It's not good.
I heard it. I heard you.
Not good.
It was funny. It was entertaining. I give you that.
Thanks.
John,
I tried my best.
John, bag of trash it.
I feel like they should be allowed, but I'm gonna trash it because do they really want to put their significant other through that whole quarantine process?
They will have to go through the 2-week quarantine first.
I mean, she'd rather die.
So I was like, yeah, but then
emphasis on the die, bro. What are you talking about?
Well, it's gonna work for the ones that don't have families, right?
But the bubble's been proven to be. No one's died.
Yeah, I mean they've been.
Look, now it's like, do they stay at the bubble with the players, or
until they get eliminated?
Right.
Nah, bro.
That's not to say. So basically, they should have just invited the families.
No, not in the beginning. It was too tight in the beginning. There was too many teams, too many players, too many personnel. Now, I mean, you got rid of how many teams?
Now they got hotel space.
Now we have 6 teams.
6 teams are gone now. That's like over 200 people gone.
Got rid of 8 teams.
So even more.
So even more, 400 people gone.
They'll be alright, man. They'll be alright.
Yeah,
the dick suck ain't cheating. So
bag of the trash.
See,
a young Kev.
A young Kev would say bag it. But
and,
a more mature Kev
will still say bag it.
Is gonna say trash it.
We'll still say condoms are against my religion.
No, never said that. My name's not Han Solo, bro. You tripping?
Oh,
put my man's on blast. Shout out to him.
Yeah. Shout out Blandino. Oh no, we said his name. Cut it.
I'm not cutting it. Nah. Answer Blandino.
At the end of the day, I'm trashing it because y'all know what y'all signed up for.
Yeah, follow him on Instagram.
The villain.
Yeah, he does pictures. He's a photographer. You want to look sexy?
I'm sorry, Kev, bag of trash. My bad.
I'm trashing it because they know what they signed up for, bro. You doing a bid. You got to get over it. Finish your time. Stay focused.
Doing a
They
bid.
in jail.
Stay focused on your goal.
Like shit.
Stay focused on your goal, bro. You don't need no distractions, bro.
I think my Stephen A. like impression this was like already planned. Like they were already saying that they were going to allow family members to come in.
At some point. At some
started
point they was
getting
going to do
eliminated.
it.
So it's like that's the other part of it too, Kev. Like there's really, Lala's going to be there.
I'm sorry, DQ, bag of the trash.
Conjugal visits. Yeah. No more 6 foot glass. They about to tap that ass. Conjugal visits. I'm trashing it because them not having the chicks around is making for better fucking basketball.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, this more for the married men with families.
LeBron don't have sex before games.
Damn,
None of them should be.
A lot of the greats don't do that.
LeBron's the NBA. If LeBron say we ain't doing it, we ain't doing it. Then they ain't doing it.
That's like a boxer's thing. They don't.
Yeah, right.
They rather say he was busting us.
You release testosterone when you do that, so it's like
yeah. They want to release it on the opponent's face.
Right, exactly. So you want to be full of your full amount of testosterone.
I don't know.
All right, so Drew, bag of the trash. Drew, bag of the trash.
Damn, this is a hard question. I'm gonna say trash it though. I'm gonna say trash it because, like, if you have a family and stuff like that, there's ways you can do it. Like FaceTime. Like this is more like for the single act. This is more like for the single ones. Like, and y'all go be fuck ups anyway. We're trying to keep this thing safe. So
how you have a conjugal visit over FaceTime? How you do that?
I mean, yo,
Zoom sex, bro. It's
Yeah,
like phone sex back in the day.
I don't think there's more for the singles. Like I think the single people can deal
for the
with
married
people. Yeah, that has a family. Like people that.
I think it's this way.
Bro,
Single people have to
y'all can do FaceTime.
I want to see Brownie courtside. That's all I'm saying.
The single people pretty much deal with the mental depression aspect of it, and the ones who are married deal with the aspect of not being with a significant other for a long extended period of time. That's the two differences, pretty much.
Yo, again, maybe Ed can contest to it. I live with my wife, and if her or my son goes anywhere for a day or two, I am missing them.
Facts.
Okay.
So I think it works for a single person. You really don't have no one to come home to. You're fucking single. That's why.
Depressing about it.
But that's what buddy from Boston was saying. Kimber, he was like, "Yo, I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no girl. This shit is nothing to me." Like.
Kimber need to let the block come. Yo, we out.
But
for real though, like he needs
Kimber's like, this shit is nothing for him. But again, for the men and women who working in this bubble that has family they come home to, FaceTime doesn't do it, Drew. I'm sorry. You go home to your mama. You go home to your mama every day, so you know. If you know you love your mama, if you couldn't come home to her, you be sad.
Yep.
So I'm being real.
It's true. I mean, like you can speak more to it because you blessed us with our first nephew in the group. But yeah, I mean, you have kids. When you have kids, like you want to see your kids. They're like your best friends, man. Like especially like these like Braun want to be with Bronny. Like, and I'm sure he's got other kids.
Right, he got 2 kids. He got a baby girl. His daughter's like 6 or 7. Like
3.
Yeah. So
Bryce, Bronny, and Zoe.
I'm just saying. So I'm bagging it. I'm bagging it in a sense for the families. Because I know how niggas can get. Like,
I feel like we got off track. There's a difference between family visits and the
conjugal involves the family.
That's why I said significant other.
Like I feel like
so. That's why I say significant other, because who's significant to you varies per your family. So that's why I pose it that way. Everybody's significant other is different, and somebody is significant in their life for different reasons. So that's why I posed it that way. For somebody who has a family and immediate family, then it will be their wife, their kids, and stuff like that. But that shit can go bad because if your significant other or your partner is a girlfriend or a best friend or some shit, now you got a loose fucking Disney
Got a
World.
distraction, bro.
Yeah. It possibly could go crazy.
Imagine if Antonio Cromartie played basketball and he was in the bubble. How many baby moms and kids you think he'd have to?
Bro,
like,
they're gonna have to get in there in a whole hotel to them damn self. All right, but moving on. All right, back in the trash. Now, football season, they kicking away. As you know, we under COVID. But there's a good old billionaire in Dallas who believes he gonna have his fans at his Cowboys games. Jerry Jones has stated that them Cowboys fans gonna be in them stands. So back in the trash it. Eddie, is Jerry Jones delusional?
Is he delusional?
Yeah.
Yeah, bag of that. Yeah, he's out of his fucking mind, dude. Like, again, like, I know this is a brand new stadium, and I know it's huge, and I know it can hold, like, however many people it can hold, and I know he could probably do it in a way where people are social distancing.
I think it's like 70.
Like, everyone knows we live here in New York, so it's like, yeah, there are businesses that are open, there are things you can do, there are stickers everywhere where you can stand 6 feet apart from each other and all that stuff. But I don't know, man, it's crazy. Like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, John, I know you said the Chiefs guys are thinking about doing it too. Yeah, so and even Hal Steinbrenner said eventually at some point you'll have fans. It's these billionaires like just trying to make another dollar if they could.
Ew.
That's gonna be in a box.
Yo, that stadium holds 80K, bro.
Yeah, that's a lot. Again, and they have the space to do it.
Yeah.
I just don't think it's a good idea. And it's Texas too, so we know that when they go to the toll booth, they lean to the right a little bit. So they don't believe in masks and they don't believe in the coronavirus. But it's real, and you know what? Jerry Jones will get sued if people do get sick there. So his fans will turn on him like that. So
well, he'll be safe in his box. Johnny, bag in the trash is Jerry Jones delusional.
I'm gonna trash it. I just feel like he's overly confident when it comes to this situation, because I would have said he was delusional if he said it and then no other owner, every owner was like, nah, we're going to wait till everything plays out. But other owners actually want to have fans. The plan is for the Chiefs and Texas game to have 22% capacity filled for the season opener. That's their plan.
Yeah.
But so I'm not gonna say he's delusional, but I say he's extremely confident, or he's extremely confident. But we'll see.
Those gonna be some expensive ass tickets. Bag in the trash. The Jerry Jones delusional.
I'm only trashing it because Jerry is like a perfect example of like entitlement, bro. Like he is gonna do whatever he has to do to make sure that what seems like unfathomable to us comes to fruition. Yeah. Like, right. And I think he knows something we don't know. Like, maybe this virus isn't as deadly as other people think, or something like that. But I think at the end of the day, like Eddie said, he's gonna have a problem controlling it in the stadium because of Texas and how the people act. Like, yo, I know
my rights, goddammit.
They're gonna come in the stadium, and I see people everywhere, bro. I see people everywhere. Can't even keep a mask like over their nose, bro.
Right.
Yeah, they be doing the chin strap.
I'm like, bro, like that stadium. If they have to keep the stadium closed, he's bugging.
All right.
They need to keep it open for the elements. That's
air
in there.
Bag in the trash. Absolutely 100% delusional, niggas. Cuckoo. Like you risk lives to make $1. That nigga's
yes, he will. Yes,
definitely will. You definitely will. That is the bottom line.
Yes, he will. Drew, bag of the trash.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say bag it because it is. I wouldn't say delusional. It's just impossible because I believe no no sports is gonna have fans for like upcoming seasons. Like I definitely don't think nobody's gonna let that happen. Like I honestly don't think anybody's gonna let that happen. If sports is going on, fans is not gonna be in the stands. It's not keeping up with the times. You gotta keep up with the times. It's just what it is.
Right. All right. Moving on. Back of the trash it. Now, unfortunately, the Pelicans fired my guy, Alvin Gentry. He is the coach for the New Orleans Pelicans. Zion's first year. They didn't do I can't say the bubble playoffs, the bubble setup, the play-in was created to get Zion in the playoffs. We all know this to be true.
The last
they didn't.
games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The bubble play-in was set for Zion. Zion didn't play every game. He was dealing with some family issues. They didn't make the playoffs, and this ultimately led to Coach Alvin Gentry's getting fired from the Pelicans. Now, it's been talks about possible coaches, Jason Kidd, Tyronn Lue, a bunch of other people that can be the next coach. But the front runner is champion for the Cleveland Cavaliers, Tyronn Lue, to be the next Pelicans coach. So, bag of the trash to you first, Jonathan. Should Tyronn Lue be the next Pelicans coach? Bag of the trash.
I like Tyronn Lue, but I am going to trash it.
Yeah.
He may be a solid coach. He might be good for the situation. But he is a champion. He is a champion, but obviously, he coached Bron. That kind of will help boost the situation.
Do you coach Bron?
Did he?
Coach Bron?
Did he? Did he, or did Bron coach and he was the assistant?
He coached Bron, but
LeBron, he coached.
It'll be a perfect situation to him to coach younger players, so he might thrive in it. But I just feel like there's better options out there. That's the only reason I'm trying.
It's like saying that Phil Jackson coached Kobe. Like, come on, man.
That's not the same. That's not the same, though.
That's not the same because he probably did.
Because he definitely did. He definitely did.
Taught Kobe how to win.
Yo, you put Tyronn Lue in the box on the same level with fucking Phil Jackson?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's on the same level. I'm saying that like, don't put it out there like that. It's like just because LeBron Satcher is like kind of above Ty Lue. Ty Lue can't coach a LeBron. Don't say that.
It's like that. It's like that.
It's more of a buddy relationship, actual coach-player relationship. It is. He's just there.
No. So Aaron says send Drew to the bench.
Get him out! Get him out of here!
For the blasphemous comment.
Yeah.
Put Tyronn Lue and Phil Jackson in the same.
Phil Jackson didn't coach LeBron. I'm sorry, Phil Jackson didn't coach Jordan. He didn't coach Rodman. He didn't coach Pippen. He didn't coach fucking Shaq. He didn't coach Kobe, right? That's what you're saying?
Rodman, that's for sure.
Phil Jackson, Ty Lue, same guy, yeah?
Ain't nobody coach Rodman.
Nobody coach Rodman.
Go to Vegas. That's coaching, though. Go to Vegas, man. Have your time off, bro.
All right, Kev. Bag of the trash it. Tyronn Lue, next Pelicans coach.
I'm trashing it only because I think Tyronn Lue should have gave up anything with basketball after AI stepped over him. That's just how I feel.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
He had a bag after that game. So
DQ. Bag of the trash.
I'm gonna bag it because I feel that like Tyronn, like I feel like I always say this in general, like players that aren't superstars make the best coaches.
You said what?
Players that aren't like the superstar on the team.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like they're ones are observing greatness, so they can mimic that for the players and give them that inspiration. And
but wasn't Derek Fisher like trash as a coach?
Derek Fisher,
it was pretty bad.
Derek Fisher does not count in this situation. He's just
he's pretty bad.
He's on his own. Like
Derek Fisher only got hired because Phil was there for the Knicks.
So it's not. Can we not talk about that?
He got hired because Steve Kerr didn't want that shit.
Steve Kerr won the fucking chip.
And Matt Barnes was ready to fuck him up.
Yeah. All right, Eddie, bag it, trash it.
I'm gonna trash it because I feel like although I know his like stint in Milwaukee didn't really go that well, you know, I know he went through like whatever it was, like personally, or I don't even know, like there was a lot of controversy behind it, but I think my guy Jason Kidd deserves a second chance somewhere.
No.
For sure.
Ed, we're actually about Tyronn Lue, not Jason Kidd.
No, I know.
Yeah,
That's why I'm saying I'm trashing
nigga.
Ty Lue. Listen to what I'm saying, because
Okay.
I think that Jason Kidd would be a good fit in New Orleans. Because you got to
And-
hope.
Drew.
Okay.
Good point, Ed.
Yo, Drew,
Thanks.
just tell Ed to fuck off.
No, that's my line. You can't use my line.
Drew,
Okay.
go.
I'm bagging it because just like you say, it would be a good fit because
That's his
the
ass.
familiarity is there.
Oh, niggas off the
Because
scrap.
honestly,
Oh, shit.
David Griffin was a GM when Tyronn Lue was coaching with the Cavs, so there is a familiarity with Jason, and he is a good coach. Tyronn Lue is a good coach. Like he's not no scrub coach, so it would be a good fit. Like,
And he ended up getting pushed out of Cleveland, right? I mean, he only coached like 12 games, like at the end there.
Black got pushed out of Cleveland.
Brown wasn't there no more.
David Black got pushed out of Cleveland.
But Dan Gilbert's the reason why he got fired, though. Like, it had nothing to do with Tyronn. His coaching style. But just Dan Gilbert's an asshole. Listen, like, just wants to win all the time, but he refuses to give LeBron his particular credit and like other shit's going on with that dude.
That's
Right.
what I'm saying. David Griffin was the general manager, right? Like that. The relationship there is going to make it even so that like Tyronn Lue will even get that second look because he wouldn't. It's the relationship you build throughout your career.
No matter what, Tyronn Lue will always be a valuable coaching asset to pick up because he has a championship. Listen, besides that, nothing else matters. He has a championship win as a coach, so he will always have be valuable. Whatever the team he goes to may depend on that little front office, but he won a championship with the team. He's always going to be valuable to some team.
Tyronn Lue, he has one as a player as well, right?
No.
He didn't win one with the Lakers?
He won with the
Tyronn
Lakers.
Lue?
That's it. Yeah.
Tuma as a player?
He has one with the Lakers. He has one with the Lakers and one's a coach.
Was it two rings? He didn't get two.
He has one with the Lakers, right, as a player, correct?
Yeah, that's what they won that series 4-1.
Yeah, so he won. Unfortunately, he had a handicap in Cleveland with LeBron James. That's why the other buddy was fired prior to him coming and shit. Because LeBron wasn't letting him. He wasn't trying to let LeBron run the team, so LeBron got his ass fired. He brought in his coach, and so that will allow him to coach. I don't think Tyronn, although he might be a good assistant coach, I don't think having LeBron as a handicap showed enough to say he can lead a young team. And Jason Kidd definitely turned the Bucks around. So with young players and young athletic players, I think Kidd has the potential to do a lot with the Pelicans. So I would trash it. I'll bag. No, what was the question? Yeah, I'm trashing.
The question is, trash it.
Yeah, I'm trashing him being there. But all right, shut up, Drew. I got one more. I'm going to throw it in real quick. Now, the Redskins, or the team formerly known as the Redskins, just hired their very first black president, Jason Wright.
I'm gonna go first.
Now, bag and trash it. Is this a PR stunt? Bag and trash it, Kev.
1, 2, 3.
So
Face, bro. It's face, bro. Even if he does an awesome job, bro, they
that's an awesome job.
I thought we should.
I mean, I don't
think
think
more. It's sort of a PR move, but it's still.
It's definitely a PR move.
no, congratulations to him.
That's what I said. That's why I clapped at the top.
We got to big up that. We got to big up. But with everything that's been going on with that organization, for this to be their next venture, it seems to be.
It's just crazy to me that like we've talked about this football team, this organization for like 6 weeks in a row on this podcast, and this is the first time it's good news.
Yeah,
and even then, I feel dirty
Right.
saying that it's good news.
As a bad, as
It
like,
is good news.
It feels like it's even when we talked about the new Rodney rule, right? Where it's just like, oh well,
right.
what now? Do the Washingtons get a fucking 2 first-round picks now? Did they hire their first president? Get the fuck out of here, dude.
We were discussing that.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is like, and this is what we were talking about previously about this rule and how hires were going to happen, and then the nastiness that comes with it. Because again, we discussed this organization probably the last 6 weeks of the pod, and we ain't hearing shit good to say, just constant bullshit with them. And to sports, they are fucking dumpster fuck. So it's like,
bro,
with everything,
they're gonna give him a short leash, and they're gonna use any excuse if he messes up with anything. They give him the keys to the kingdom.
Oh, I think they can't fire him. I don't think they can fire him.
They ain't gonna fire him.
I think he got security for life.
I feel like he has free to roam and do what he wants to do. Because they already have bad PR, so,
Yeah.
It's one of those, like, they got to make it work. Even if it's not really working, they got to make it work.
Yeah, because they don't need him.
You said,
he could be like, the new team name is the Washington Swoo Woots, and they won't do shit. They'll be like, you got it.
No, the last thing they will want is him coming to the press saying something about how things are being done behind.
But he wouldn't do that anyway if he hopes to get another job in the league, bro. The whole situation is faced, bro.
Yeah.
But if he turns out to be a good GM, and
we hoping he is.
He's a president. He's a president of football operations. Yeah, he's president.
Not the GM. We're hoping that he turns around this dumpster fuck and have a great career with the team formerly known as the Redskins, the Predators, whatever we call them.
At the moment, is considered the wrong way.
I don't know. It's a nasty taste in my mouth, man. I'm just saying.
I think it's a good move. It's a good move under a storm. Like it's a one shiny spot in the middle of a storm.
Right. You're the only nigga that got an umbrella in the thunderstorm. So it's like everybody come stand with me. We all gonna die, but
I mean, does anybody know of this person that they hired? Does he have is it qualified credentials?
What's his resume?
Yeah, what's his resume?
Is that what you're asking?
Is he what do you think he would be a great president for a team? That's what I'm asking. If it wasn't the Redskins, let's say it was somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really know his resume.
I give him the benefit of the doubt on any other team due to all the other behind the scenes stuff happening with the Redskins. He probably would be I wish him the best. But with all the behind the scenes stuff, I don't know. It's a little messy right now in Washington. But I feel like if he got into another situation, it'd probably been better off for him because it wouldn't be as messy. But I wish him the best. And at the end of the day, it's gonna open doors. He won't be. It'll be more.
Yeah, I'm definitely wishing him the best. I just hope it was. I wish it was another organization.
But his name is Jason Wright. He's a former running back in the NFL. And again, Drew, to your point though, man, it's like what you were going to say about his credentials. I mean, you look at a league that's predominantly black, and there's no presidents. There's 2 GMs and maybe 3 minority head coaches. His credentials is that he's played the game and he knows this game better than anybody else, right? I would assume.
Right.
I don't want to go too deep into him, and I'll look into him a little bit longer. Seems like he's been in the business for a long time. And he knows his football, but it's about time that, we're finally getting some kind of representation in the front office.
We shall see. Good luck, brother. We wishing you the best. All right, get into Star Bench Cut. Keeping it in NY. We got the three NY QBs.
Yeah.
We got Daniel Jones, big head ass. We got Josh Allen, and we got Sam Darnold. Who you starting? Who you benching? Who you cutting? Eddie, kick us off.
You gonna start with me?
Yeah, Eddie, kick us off.
it shouldn't have taken that much thought.
This should be funny because y'all, there's gonna be a lot of bullshit going on.
No, of course, and I'm not gonna bullshit. I'm gonna put all my fucking bias aside for that man right there. So, from what we've seen so far,
Yeah.
and what I think the future for them is.
Okay.
Josh Allen is clearly the best quarterback in New York right now.
Right.
By far. He's got the stats to prove it. He's got the talent around him now. And we'll see now, like I said, with Stephon Diggs, if he'll actually throw the ball. The accuracy's not there, but again, he still does have a cannon. He can use his leg. Because he's gone to 2 playoff runs, pretty much. I got to give it to, again, lost in the first round, but whatever. He's got the playoff runs. He's got the wins over both Jones and Darnold. So, for now, he's my starter. That can change. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut Eli Manning Jr. Now, calm down, Giant fans. You guys had no fucking clue who this fucking kid was when he came out of the draft. You didn't even fucking want him. You didn't care about him. The guy plays one. Shut up. He has a couple of good games against some pretty bad football teams, and you're ready to call him, Jonny says, baby goat. Right? John, you're on record saying he's the baby goat. Calm the fuck down. Again, in his defense, though, in Daniel Jones' defense, hold on, John. Hold on, John. You'll get your take.
John, you next.
In his defense, offensive line has not been good. He's had some problems with the fumbles. That's not his fault. To
an extent.
He did again. They traded after paying OBJ. They paid him, so he didn't even have the weapon in OBJ. I know that Golden Tate had some injury issues. I know that Darius Slayton had some injury issues. I know that Saquon wasn't himself last year. And that's a lot to do with the offensive line. Now, to the going forward part of it, I don't think they've done enough for that offensive line to make it better, for him to progress this year. So I do see a slight regression. Not crazy. I don't want to say the kid sucks. He doesn't suck. The guy's good when he has time in the pocket, when he can hold on to the football. Again, things out of his control. In a new system, in a COVID season, it's going to be very, very hard for Daniel Jones to take the next step. Now to my guy, Sammy Darnold over here. Coming out of college, again, you guys want to forget that this wasn't a thing, Giant fans, but the Browns were going to take Saquon Barkley, which was going to leave Sam Darnold to you, which led us to Baker Mayfield, Josh Allen, Josh Rosen. That's who the Jets were going to pick because that's the way it was going to work out. Sam Darnold, coming out of UFC, arguably has the most talent of the 3 quarterbacks. He's had the leg issue. He plays for a bad organization with no weapons. Now, Joe Douglas has fixed the offensive line. We have a little bit of weapons here. I think the Jets' offensive line is going to be slightly better than the Giants' offensive line, and the Giants are going to be playing from behind a lot. So for that reason, because he's got the talent, because he is that guy, Sam has always been that guy. Eventually, he could be my starter, but for now, he's got to be on my bench.
All right, Johnny, start bench cut.
I dare you to fucking cut him.
Quick question, Ed.
Yeah.
Out of the 3 QBs, who had the better rookie season out of the 3 QBs?
Daniel Jones.
All right.
Okay.
I'm starting.
You're basing it off of 1 year, though, John. I mean, Daniel's got more to prove.
No, he does have more to prove.
He's got more to prove, and so does Sam, and so does Josh.
You said based on.
But Sam also hasn't had a full season.
Your start bench cut basically is who you feel like has the most potential. And not,
Yeah, going forward.
That's the route I took with my start bench cut. He only played 1 year. It's a little biased too, but he showed
Flashes.
Some flashes. Obviously,
Yeah.
I wouldn't expect him to do anything,
So did Sam, and so did Josh.
Even for the 6th pick and a team that's in the rebuild mode, people didn't expect him to put up the numbers that he put up. It's not the greatest numbers, but no one expected him to do anything close to that. So, and me being a Giants fan, I'm starting Daniel Jones. Now, this is where it gets interesting. I'm going to bench a little Ghostbuster, your man Sam Darnold.
There you go, John.
I feel like Josh Allen, he's had the success, but I feel like potential-wise, I feel like Sam Darnold has more potential than Josh Allen.
I appreciate that.
Josh Allen is a good QB. I'm not to take away from him. I'm just going by off the potential. It's still early in the it's still early. All QBs have something to prove. They haven't all did anything yet.
Go ahead, Drew.
I'm a bench Darnold. Start DJ, bench Darnold, and I'm cutting Josh Allen. All talented young QBs, but I feel like when it's all said and done, it might level out that way, rank wise. I could be
all
wrong.
Right.
I appreciate that, John.
Kev, start bench cut.
Kev's gonna be disrespectful.
Cutting Sam Darnold.
Stupid.
I just haven't seen enough. He hasn't been healthy for
Mono doesn't count.
Mono counts. He got it.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, exactly. All right. Anyway, now between Daniel Jones and Josh Allen, I debated this because I want to be as biased as possible from time to time.
Non-biased, or you want to be?
No, I want to be as biased as possible.
Okay.
At times, but just based on what I've seen and the product on the field as of right now, I will start Josh Allen and I will bench Daniel Jones. Even the Bills' run last year, that was the defense did a lot of work, but Josh, I saw some.
And again, and they could have almost won. They almost won their first game, and he messed up towards the end. He started to show his inexperience in that playoff game towards the end. But he were playing good.
But with this year going into this COVID year and stuff like that, Josh Allen's definitely going to be a little bit ahead of the curve as far as the team being in the same scheme and everything like that.
Same system, yeah, for sure.
That definitely gives him a tick above. And then you add Diggs. But Daniel Jones will be an uptick above his production from last year.
You think he'll progress?
I do believe that, just for one name and one name only. Sean.
Who?
New offensive coordinator.
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton.
Oh, yeah, Sean Garrett.
Jason Garrett.
Yeah, Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett.
Why I say Sean?
Yeah, right.
Why you say Sean?
I'm drunk, bro.
Kev. How was Jason Garrett's offense when he was in Dallas? Did you like his offense?
Yeah, I loved it. I love the run heavy offense, obviously.
Seems made up.
Right? No, I'm being serious.
You like Jason Garrett's offense?
I did.
No, the only thing
I did because I feel like personally we have better.
I just know a lot of Giant fans that hated Jason Garrett's offense and always like, oh, this is why the Cowboys suck. It's because Jason Garrett.
No.
Well, now he's your offensive coordinator, you idiot.
I never hated it.
I know a lot of people.
I only hated that he was overwhelmed and he couldn't just focus on OCing. That's what I've always hated.
That's the only difference is the head coach. He has a solid.
I wish that they would have switched though. Joe Judge and Garrett.
I feel like he has a.
Would have been a good combo together.
You heard, I feel like he has a solid offensive game plan, but
that
coach, he has to focus on everything.
Word.
And he had trouble. He had a lot of good players in Dallas, and he just struggled, doing the overall game plan. I feel like
Now he's locked in, bro.
Being an OC will be better for him because he goes in. That's all he has to focus on. I feel like,
Yeah. All right, DQ. DQ, star bench cut.
I'm not really familiar with any three of these guys. So, but I feel the fact that Sam Darnold got mono, he deserves to start because he's fucking with them. Starting Sam. I'm benching Daniel.
He a player. He's starting Sam because he's a player.
He started Darnold. He benched Daniel, and then he cut Josh.
Okay.
All right.
Respect
Drew.
it. Not really.
Well, best quarterback of all three of them. Definitely Josh Allen, starting him. And then I'd say
Not the best.
He's supposed to be a Jets.
he kind of is.
He's shown the most.
I mean, to me, he is the best quarterback.
Go ahead.
Right now.
Best.
And then like on potential, because I really think like right now Sam and Daniel, they really like none of them really like they're on the same level to me. But judging by I say potential, like, and him being my quarterback, I would bench my quarterback Sam Darnold, and then I'll cut Daniel Jones. That's how I'm rolling with it.
All right, clear it up. Now, you know me, I don't give two fucks about any of these quarterbacks. But
Yeah. You fuck with the Jets, though, kind of.
But I do fuck with the Jets. I used to fuck with Chad Pennington. You just say that.
Yeah, who doesn't? I mean, he was the best.
Yeah, Chad Pennington, Curtis Martin, Anthony Betts, Vinny
Winker Bed, Lavernius Cole, Santana Moss, John Abraham.
I liked a lot of Jets.
What a team!
Yeah, I liked a lot of the Jets.
Fuck you, Doug Bryant, you piece of shit.
Yeah, it's a lot of players that I like with the Jets. But here's how it's going.
Abraham.
John Abraham was incredible.
Sean Ellis.
This how it's going. Who was a Jets linebacker that was nice?
Jonathan Vilma.
Jonathan Vilma, another nasty.
Fucking so good.
Nasty player.
Mario Davis, lost them both to the Saints. I mean, we just can't keep talent.
All right, so Josh Allen, I think he has the potential to step into that next tier of QBs. Still young, but he has a lot of talent, gunslinger type of QB. And if he gets his accuracy down, he will step into that next level of QBs. He does have
Josh
more.
Allen, right?
Yeah, Josh Allen. So he's my starter. Now, I got love for the Jets, but I will bench that big head motherfucker, Daniel Jones.
Sam got a bigger head, bro.
The reason why, no, you see how big
Sam got a big meat head.
No, Jones got that Peyton Manning helmet.
Yeah, because he was created in a fucking lab.
But I think he has the better pieces around him to make him have a better season. So
just signed Chris Hogan, man. I don't know.
So with Saquon back there, and
Robbie.
Yeah, with Saquon and being Saquon being a dual running back, passing, receiving and rushing, I think that will make Jones look better than he actually is. So because of that, Jones will be on my bench. Sam Darnold get the cut. All right, next up, star bench cut.
My man Sam. It's all right, Sammy.
You're
going to prove them all wrong this year, right?
We're going to the WNBA. We got three of the greatest WNBA players of all time. And shit, current, except Maya Moore took a year off. We got Diana Taurasi, Maya Moore, and Sue Bird. Star bench cut. Kicking off with you, Ed.
I'm going to start the leading scorer in the entire WNBA. She is a three-time champion, two-time MVP, nine-time All-Star, and Rookie of the Year. Diana. I was going back and forth between Maya Moore and Bird. So Maya did take that 1 year off, but in that 1 year off, she still has one more championship than Bird. She was a league MVP. She is a six-time All-Star, but Bird was an 11-time All-Star, and she led the league in assists 3 times.
She's in the league for 20 years. That's why.
Yeah, that's the other part of it, too. She is married to my homegirl, Megan Rapinoe, as well.
Pino!
But unfortunately, Sue's got to get cut, and I'm going to bench Maya Moore.
Yeah, John, star bench cut.
All great, all great ball players, but Diana Taurasi's been that woman since UConn days. I've been following
her. Different breed, bro.
Yeah, since a shorty. Yo, she's been a beast. Yeah.
So, obviously, I'm starting Diana Taurasi.
Yeah, different breed.
It's different.
I'm benching Maya Moore, and I'm cutting Sue Bird.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going.
My order is basically the same as Johnny's. I'm definitely starting Diana because though I don't watch women's basketball as much as I should, ladies, but yeah, Diana's a dog, bro. She always has been. I remember that distinct. Then I'm going to bench Maya and cut Sue Bird.
All great They're all great. They're all great.
I
Someone's got
am
a bench.
going to
Sue.
start Maya Moore, just due to the fact she took a year off and got someone out of prison. On top of that, her birthday is June 11th, mine is June 12th, and she signed a Jordan brand, so I got to start her. I'm going to bench Diana, so it's the fact that I've heard about Diana Taurasi fucking forever. Even
She made the WNBA for
that,
me.
like she is like fucking insane, and I got to cut you her.
True.
Nah. We gotta start Diana Taurasi. She's just on a whole different level. Like, okay, I see it. But we're benching Maya Moore and we're cutting Sue Bird.
All right.
Somebody got a bench Sue, man.
Nah.
She's a great player.
Again, this.
I love Sue a lot.
Yeah, taking none from Sue. She's been in the league consistently effective and a great player for forever. But unfortunately, I have to cut her. I will start Maya Moore. 4 championships her first 4 years. Rookie of the year her first year, won a championship, and then she won 3. Took a break, and she still when she come back, she gonna beast. Diana Taurasi probably is the face of WNBA to me at this point. But she'll be on my bench. I just like the way Maya Moore did it. 4 championships, 4 years in a row. Minnesota Lynx was cooking the whole time she was there. From the jump when she got there, she made them not only contender champions for 4 years straight. So Maya Moore start, bench Diana Taurasi, and then unfortunately cut Sue Bird. But again, taking none from none of them because they all great athletes and legends in the basketball world. Last up on Star Bench Cut, we got 3 basketball movies. We got
Cake. This is cake.
White Man Can't Jump. He Got Game and Above the Rim. Star Bench Cut, Eddie, kick us off.
This was a little tough for me because I haven't seen He Got Game and Above the Rim since like early 2000. But it also doesn't like air as much as I wanted to. But White Man Can't Jump is like one of my favorite movies of all time. So I'm starting White Man Can't Jump. And then I just based this off of like real quick. I wanted to like relook at the cast on IMDb. And then I also like looked up the soundtracks too to kind of help me with it because again, I haven't seen these movies in so long. So the casts were like tied with like stars. I forgot like how many people were in both movies. So I ended up going with the soundtrack.
Eddie just remembered Tupac was in Above the Rim.
I know, yeah, exactly. The surprise to me was Marlon. I forgot Marlon was in Above the Rim.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit. But then it's like you have like, Ray Allen and fucking what's his name? Rick Fox was in He Got Game too. So I was like, I kept going back and forth. So the soundtrack,
it was a lot of them in there.
Soundtrack ended up winning it for me. So benching Above the Rim, cutting He Got Game.
Okay, John.
This is definitely tough for me, but I'm starting Above the Rim.
Shep is the best made-up basketball player ever.
I'm starting Above the Rim.
I knew that was coming.
My man Pop was in it. Like,
of course.
My man Pop.
That'd be dick eating.
That definitely played a role.
Tom Park's still alive?
That's a whole different conversation. But I love both movies. I'm gonna go bench He Got Game and I'm gonna cut White Man Can't Jump. I love all 3 movies, but that's the order I'm going.
All right, Kev.
Starting White Man Can't Jump.
Benching He Got Game.
I am cutting Above the Rim and been talking that game.
I wasn't saying that. You love He Got Game.
Yeah, I know.
You really do love that movie.
I know, Kev.
That movie's tough.
DQ.
It's just pretty easy for me, just based on the fact that White Man Can't Jump is actually a comedy, and the other two.
Right. Yeah.
And it's
I don't even like how Above the Rim starts, bro. That shit.
There are way more quotables in White Man Can't Jump than any of these movies.
Word. Rosie Perez.
Honey! Like, that shit is so funny. Like, niggas is in the park. Niggas say, oh, I'm gonna go in my car, get my gun, shoot everybody.
Shoot everybody.
So I'm starting White Man Can't Jump. I absolutely love Above the Rim because Shep was freaking raw. But the fact that like he lost his man because niggas trying to clap the backboard. Like, nigga,
Yo, for real, I hate the way that movie starts, bro.
That shit was dumb. Like,
I hate that shit.
Bro, dead ass dropped like 40 points.
And it jumped out the building, bro. Like,
I'm like, what the fuck are you doing playing basketball in the warehouse in the fucking first place, clapping backboards to show off?
But that Above the Rim was like the biggest like hoop dreams like type movie though, right? Like everybody's like, "Yo, I'm making the NBA, bro."
Yeah, but then
I fucking hate that.
with freaking
Okay.
That shit's so.
oh, and with he got game. I love Rosario Dawson like to the bottom of my heart.
Yeah, she's
Her
great.
character in it was a fucking bitch, bro.
She got stroked in at the carnival.
Like I love her so much, but I can't forgive her for her character in fucking He Got Game.
Nah, I feel her character in that shit, yo. Your boy is like the worst kind of gambler ever, bro. And they already hiding from people. Like, and you can't keep our money up, bro. Like,
and then on top of that, like the fact that Jesus went, like he could have went to any school, but his dad was in a pickle, so he went to some trash unknown school. Like, really? Only good thing about what's his movie was his trips to the colleges and fucking the white girls. That's it. There's nothing else. Like that movie has nothing, no good qualities to it. I gotta cut He Got Game.
All right,
Even though
Drew.
it's the first time you see the Edge on 13s in the movie, but I gotta cut that.
I'm doing this based off my preference because
it should be.
That's what it's based off of, Drew. That's what all of this is based off of.
Okay, strike that. I'm starting White Man Can't Jump. I watch this movie every time it's on. Like, I swear it's one of my favorite movies ever. And the two last ones, I'm sorry, I'm benching Above the Rim because it's just, honestly, it's just like, I swear it's a better movie than. I can see how people would say He Got Game is probably a better movie, but just to me, like, I love Above the Rim that just more than He Got Game. Like, I'm cutting He Got Game, even though He Got Game is definitely a good movie. Like, I'm not knocking it at all, but Above the Rim is just that movie to me.
Yeah, I'm benching White Man Can't Jump. It was hard for me to cut because Shep is probably the greatest made-up basketball player and like sports, like Hooper, like he the GOAT of made-up basketball players. But He Got Game, to me, was the most realistic, and it seemed to be somewhat based on truth in regards to like that recruiting scene back in that day. So bench White Man Can't Jump, and I'm going to start Above the Rim and cut He Got Game. So that's fine. Start bench cut. All great movies though. I watch White Man Can't Jump. They show that shit all the time on TV. Whenever it come on, I watch it. He Got Game. All them shit. They don't barely show it. But that's start bench cut. It's unfortunate. We get into the last segment, and that is Fab Five. On this episode of Fab Five, we are counting downing. We're countdowning. That don't even make
counting
sense.
Down.
Say counting downing. We are
counting downing.
We are counting down the greatest, like most accomplished athletes. Huh?
What music was that?
Right, of the past decade. So we're in 2020. This ain't been the best year, but so some remembrance to the last decade. We're highlighting some of the best from the last decade, the 2010s, 5-1, our top five, going around from 5 to 1. Who you got on your list? We're going to start it off like always with Drew at number 5. Who is your number 5 top athlete of the 2010s?
Top athlete? I would say he's a top athlete and he's a definite shit talker. Most of y'all hate this. Most of y'all hate this guy. Mainly Kev. He wanted to fight him for about 3 episodes. I would play at number 5 is Conor McGregor, bro. Like,
all right.
he brought life to the to the UFC for.
You almost said WWE, but
mention for me. He didn't make my list.
yeah, honorable for me.
He's just that guy to me.
I like that pick though. He definitely was big last decade. Probably the face of UFC.
It was definitely
besides Ronda and him.
Ronda ruled it for a while for like about 10 matches until she got beat up. Went to WWE.
Yeah, also honorable.
All right, Eddie, at number 5.
My number 5 is the 9-time Olympic gold medalist, 3-time silver medalist, 4-time FINA world champion, 8-time Pan-Pacific swimming champion, the GOAT, the God, the legend, Michael Phelps. Get your mental health right, bud. I know you're going through it right now. You know, we support you, bud.
Definitely honorable mention. Almost made my list. Almost cracked it.
He definitely in my honorable mentions.
John, at number 5, who you got?
At number 5, I have my man, the chef, Steph Curry.
He should be number 1.
Make him
Not that one.
Not a number 1 for the decade.
Higher, but
By the way, all the stats I'm giving is for the decade. It's not what they did after.
Right.
wait, he could have been higher on my list, but I feel like 5 is just right for him. With the other names I feel like 5 is just right.
All right, Kev, at number 5, who you got?
So she still has a big career ahead of her, but she's already been killing it at the Olympics for the last 2 Olympics. So my number 5 is Simone Biles.
Good pick, bro. Good pick. DQ.
My number 5 is the fastest fucking man on the planet, Usain Bolt.
All right, Drew.
Kevin already had him at number.
Oh, I'm sorry. But you already win. You already win. It's
John.
John went?
I went. Steph Curry.
It's me. I'm sorry. I almost skipped my damn self. My number 5 is Tom Brady.
Wow, that low, huh?
Yeah. And again, for the 2010s, I'm the only career. For the career-wise, yes, we know he's to be the GOAT. But for the 2010s,
3 Super Bowls, 2 MVPs, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 first-time All-Pros, 1 Offensive Player of the Year.
MVPs? I thought you only won 1 in this.
3 in the decade. 3 in the decade.
Yeah, 3 in the decade.
He went to
I'm
5
talking about,
right? He went to 5
Super Bowl MVP.
5 Super Bowls,
5 and 3.
5
3 and 5 in the Super Bowl,
3 titles. Yeah, he won it 14, 16, and 18.
Yep, 2 MVPs, 2 NFL MVPs, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, 2 All-Pro, and 1-time Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, I put him at 5 because I think when I go into my list, these people, the other people, athletes I have accomplished more in their particular sport. Mm-hmm. So, although Tom Brady is the GOAT, and because football is one of those main sports, there's a lot of great athletes in their particular sports that accomplish more in that decade. So
yeah, totally agreed.
So that's why he's number 5 on my list. Drew, number 4.
Well, I guess but judging by I already started, but I'm pretty sure y'all got it already. It's Simone Biles number 4. Simone Biles is number 4 to me. Like she has been she has been killing it for about a couple times before. So that's my number 4. That's my number 4.
So yeah, and just because again I keep rattling them off. I do have Simone Biles here. 4-time Olympic gold medalist. She did that all in 2016. 1-time bronze medalist, 19-time world champion, gold in 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. She is the 2-time Pacific Rim champion in 2016. She's only 22. Crazy.
All right, Ed, number 4.
My number 4 is the 3-time AL MVP, 7-time Silver Slugger, 2-time Hank Aaron Award winner, Rookie of the Year in 2012, and for the first time, only made it in 2019 as MLB first team, Mike Trout.
All right, John, number 4.
Number 4, Serena Williams.
Okay. I have her on my list. Much higher.
Me too. Shit.
Kev.
My number 4 is Curry.
Steph
That
Curry.
boy nice, bro. I don't know. Let Ed read off the stats. I don't care. Go
I
ahead.
don't have Curry's because he's not on my list.
Two-time
Oh,
MVP, three-time,
Three-time champion.
one-time unanimous.
Two-time
Got the all-time threes record for a season, single and threes for a single season.
They four-time going into the finals. Also, in MVPs, one unanimous MVP.
Right.
And deserve that happen.
All right. DQ, number 4.
My number 4 is Mike Trout. He just already said it. Everyone took my list is pretty much identical with everyone.
I'm pretty sure my shit is gonna be the same too. Like
my number 4 is Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt. 11 championships between 2009 and 2015. 3 consecutive gold medals. He won like every fucking gold in everything that he competed in. Those 3 Olympics. I just did a quick change. I hear somebody else, but I ain't gonna disrespect him like that. So number 4, Usain Bolt.
Damn.
Drew, number 3.
Oh, number 3 is another. She is the goat of her sport. Like when she is definitely the goat of her sport. Like when you say tennis, her name pops right up. Like countless grand slams, and the pick I have it at number 3 would go be Serena Williams. So yes,
Great pick.
That's my pick.
Eddie, number 3.
My number 3 is a 3-time NBA champion, 1-time gold medalist, 3-time most valuable player, 3-time NBA Finals MVP, 9-time first team, blah, 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 4-time defensive team player, LeBron James.
You say it so horribly, like LeBron deserves more respect than that. Damn.
I just don't like giving him more credit than he deserves.
He got like 8.
He's already got it.
8 appearances in the finals last decade.
Yeah, in the decade. Yeah, for sure.
So
He's like 8 in a row.
Yeah.
8 in a row, bro. Like
John.
It's definitely
2 different teams. Yeah.
Number 3 for me is the GOAT, Brady, Tom Brady.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Eating away. Kev.
My number 3 is Sir Thomas Brady as well, actually.
Go ahead, eat away, guys.
Nah, he deserves to be higher.
I'm
not gonna do it.
Nah, I'm messing with you. Brady
I'm not gonna do it.
Brady's definitely that guy. DQ, the number 3.
My number 3 is Simone Biles.
I expected more originality in this, but okay.
Nah, I mean, there's only a few people that have dominated the sport, man.
That's true.
They're a sport. They're a sport.
All right, and number 3, I have LeBron James as well.
LeBron James.
LeBron James, number 3. Can't. He was actually 5 on my list. Right before we started, I had him at 5. And I'm like, I'm gonna put a little respect on this name for what he's done in basketball.
I went with who I hated more would be higher. So.
Because you hating on the fact that they're so good.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So Tom Brady's gonna be your number 1 though. So
we'll see.
All right, number 2, Drew. Who you got?
My number 2 is that man, Chef Curry. 2-time MVP, 3-time NBA champion, 1 unanimous MVP. Went to the finals 4 years in a row, bro.
And he got
MVPs. Those kind of sucks.
And he got pretty eyes.
Light-skinned baby assassin.
Baby assassin, babyface assassin. Eddie, number 2.
3-time Super Bowl winning champion, 2-time NFL MVP, 2-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time first team All-Pro, Tom Brady.
Woo! Say with some bass in.
Say it with your chest.
I'm not happy about this list. The minute you sent this, I was like, I'm gonna pick people that I don't fucking like, and it's gonna suck.
Yo, say
Who's gonna be your number one?
No, he's
Serena.
not, because there was somebody much, much better.
Yep, and I know who it is.
I think I know you know who it is too.
Jonny, number 2.
And number 2 is my guy, Floyd Money Mayweather.
Fucking Mayweather.
He's washed now, not from the decade. Come on.
Bro, yeah,
We're talking.
Yeah, I like your pick, John.
We're talking. You know,
2020.
2002 to maybe 2012, I would say, yeah. But
In this, who he beat?
who did he beat in this decade?
Pacquiao,
Conor McGregor?
Pacquiao, Conor.
Cotto.
Pacquiao outside, after his prime. Go ahead. What's next?
That redhead, he beat that redhead nigga.
Canelo.
He did beat Canelo.
Yeah.
All right, he beat Canelo.
And what?
Cotto beat Canelo.
Forgot.
In one fight so far. Who else?
Pacquiao still fighting. So.
Pacquiao was washed
What are you talking
Nah,
about?
I
Just beat a really good fighter.
outside of his prime. After his prime.
No, Pacquiao still winning, right?
I guess
All right.
probably unexperienced
I'm
a lot
sorry.
of boxers.
Pacquiao's my
Yeah.
guy.
All right.
Kev,
Alright,
number
so-
2.
My number 2 is Serena Williams. That's my baby.
Good pick. Just DQ.
My number 2 is Steph Curry. He literally changed the way basketball is played. So yes,
The
like,
NBA is currently in his
Curry with the
Yeah.
shit.
Word.
he deserved the
Lamar
Finals
Jackson.
MVP. But
Ocean.
he was trash in the finals. I'm sorry to say that, but he did. He definitely changed. Like he changed how the league was played.
We gotta change that narrative. He hasn't played trash in the finals. He hasn't.
He was playing trash in the finals.
So averaging, he probably averaged between 22 and 24 for all finals appearances. That's trash.
In big moments, he was playing trash in the finals. First that way then.
No, that's just a narrative. They didn't want to give the league to Curry yet. He wasn't playing trash.
Yeah, they're not trying to get a league to Curry yet, but it is Curry's league, and it's in Mark Jackson's image because he's like, just shoot that shit. Shoot the fucking ball.
He get the half court, the ball be in his stomach, and that shit is out. I'm like, damn.
But at number 2, hey, you might not like it, but me and Jonny on the same page. Floyd Mayweather, Money Mayweather, the fucking only boxer worth talking about in the last decade.
Bro,
Sure.
Pac-Man too.
Yeah, Pac-Man, no.
Man was
Yeah, Canelo kind of fucked it up. He did have a shot.
Yeah, Floyd was the most relevant boxer of last decade.
Yeah, you're right. You guys got that.
Undefeated. Floyd Mayweather at number 2. All right, we're gonna get into number 1. Me and Eddie has the same. We have the same number 1.
Yes, we do.
Drew. Yeah. Pretty much think alike. Drew, and number 1, who you got?
my man LeBron James.
LeBron James.
8-time going to the finals. 3-time NBA champion. Bro, how many fucking MVPs did he win in this? Yo,
What
is this? LeBron's number 1, my nigga.
In this decade, only one.
Okay, but yo, shush. LeBron is my number 1. Yes, that who is number 1?
Yeah,
LeBron is
what?
number 1. Fuck y'all.
Right. Yeah, you got it.
All right, Eddie. Number
Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
It's the second time she's the number 1 on my list.
Oh, she's on mine
16
too, then.
total Grand Slams,
She's on mine
12
too.
Grand Slam singles, 4 Grand Slam doubles, 2-time Olympic gold medalist, 4-time Wimbledon winners, 3-time Australian Open winner, 3-time U.S. Open winner, 2-time French Open winner, 2-time Wimbledon Open winner, 1-time Australian Open winner, 1-time French Open winner, 3-time Tour Final winner, Serena Williams.
What
So,
he
and I'm
said.
pretty sure she did one of those pregnant.
No, she definitely did one of those.
She
parties.
definitely did one of those pregnant. She definitely did one of those.
All right, John. Number 1.
At number 1, I gave it to LeBron James. He was the face of the NBA, you know, and
Yes.
like he is probably one of the more popular athletes of the decade as well.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know,
I like the shot better than I like this play.
shot is probably
Pretty good.
Shop is good.
Hey, stop plugging. Stop plugging. LeBron don't play us.
All
He don't pay us.
He don't
He
play
don't pay
us
us. He don't
neither.
pay us. He don't pay us. He don't pay us. He don't pay us.
He don't play us neither, bro.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah, man, number one.
honestly, the biggest face in sports right now, bro, and has been for a while. I gotta go LeBron as well, man. Have to.
Yeah. Bigger than Messi? Bigger than that pretty other nigga, that other pretty soccer nigga?
Messi,
Ronaldo.
No,
They're honorable mentions.
Messi is at the top of my honorable mentions, bro. That dude
he's
is filthy.
it's
He's
Messi
filthy,
and
bro.
Ronaldo as my top
Yeah.
two honorable mentions. Yeah, for sure.
Bro,
Alright.
Messi is, I don't know, bro.
Just DQ.
I would have picked LeBron at number one, but that was just like because who's the man, pretty much the man of the last decade. So I had to pick Serena Williams.
Yeah. Number one, LeBron went there because he been there a lot, but his ass lost a lot. Eddie said everything. Great minds think alike. Nobody's fucking with Serena. The GOAT athlete of this decade, of the
Facts.
last decade. Nobody's
Facts.
fucking with her.
Of the decade before that and the decade before that.
Yeah, word.
Everybody lucky shit hit the fan for my guy Tiger because Tiger would have definitely been on my.
Tiger would have been up there. Tiger would have been up. I wanted to mention him so badly, but then I was like, oh shit, like he fucked up like the top of the decade.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Like
he was still a top name, but it wasn't.
if it was the last decade, Tiger would have definitely been on this list. If
you listen to the audio, bro, him calling his side, asking her to delete her name off of the it still cracks me up today.
So what you got to do?
This is Tiger.
That's exactly how it sounds.
I really need your help.
I really need you to delete it.
All right. Throw out some honorable mentions. I got Maya Moore. I got Messi. I got Michael Phelps. I got Kevin Durant. I got Steph Curry.
Kevin Durant.
Let's give some love to the hockey guys. What's his name? Crosby, Ovechkin.
Oh, Sid the Kid. I meant to put Sid
Yeah,
the Kid on
Sidney
my.
Crosby.
Ovechkin and Sidney Crosby.
Yeah.
The male tennis players: Federer, Nadal, Djokovic. Usain was on my. Oh, Clayton Kershaw. If you want to talk baseball, still. Kevin Durant. Russell Wilson. Brooks Koepka, golf player, pretty good. He's a golf player. It's white
Roger
people stuff.
Federer can be on there too.
Yeah, we said that. Yeah.
John Cena.
Oh yeah.
This decade,
and Daniel Bryan can be on there too.
Last decade.
Yeah, we're gonna say John Cena. My man.
Daniel Bryan can be on there then.
CM Punk.
Well, actually, I can say Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar was doing UFC. And
Brock Lesnar. Yo.
Randy Orton.
Randy Orton.
Canelo was mentioned.
Roman Reigns.
Gotta give it for the New Day.
Well, I don't like the New Day, but I like the dreadhead one. Kofi.
Yeah.
Biggie or Goofy.
Aaron Rodgers.
Yo, they dead as shit. The freaking
Russell Wilson. Did we say that? I don't know if we said that.
Russell Wilson. Definitely Russell Wilson.
I'm trying to be like
Don's nice.
Yeah.
All the names and name, but
it's too high for you. Why?
Well, I'm trying to be like Drew. I'm burning in this damn knit.
I got a t-shirt. You had a full ass blanket. You were hot from the jump.
Yeah, my neck burning. I think I got heat bumps and shit. Trying to be like Drew.
Sam Darnold.
Word.
I forgot that I said his name like 6 times in this podcast already. So I gotta say his name at least once every episode.
Oh, Mark
All
Sanchez.
right.
Mark Sanchez. Bart Scott.
Sanchez, bro.
Was last decade.
What's Bart Scott interview? What he say that he's known for?
Can't wait.
You want to answer?
Oh, he was talking about the defense.
Yeah.
A nosebleed.
Can't wait. And they won that game. That was pretty cool.
No, that's the game they won, but then y'all got clapped.
Yeah. Whatever, John.
Got clapped.
More decade stuff, huh?
You,
Well, we just name dropping that.
Richard Sherman, right?
Yeah, that's
Rich
good.
Sherman
One.
is
Sure.
definitely, was
Yeah.
definitely.
No, it's crazy. Nobody said
Don't
Ron.
try to play my old.
What'd you say? What'd you say, John? Oh, Rhonda. No, we said her.
I mentioned her when he talked about
Yeah, but we didn't mention them when we was naming the honorable mentions. You mentioned
Yeah.
them. Talking about
yeah. I said that she was the face besides Connor of UFC in the last decade.
Yeah.
Honorable mentions.
AJ Styles.
Yeah.
How about we call it on the honorable mention? Shout out to
Yes, Eddie, Devin.
They're just to say it was a lot of great athletes in this last
Marshawn
decade.
Lynch. Marshawn Lynch.
Beast mode.
Marshawn, man. Shout out to you, bro.
My favorite QB, Drew Brees.
Oh, also.
Killer Cam?
Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Cap. I don't know why. What? I thought you were doing the hurricane. I was like, that's the second time we mentioned a hurricane in this fucking.
But all right, now
Luke Kuechly.
Now we can say the segment over. Just
hold on, I'm not done. Tucker. Julian Edelman.
My God.
Kawhi Leonard.
Nah. The hell are you talking about?
You name all the other names. You can put Kawhi Leonard name in that list.
I'm just thinking names. I'm just.
All right, guys. So that was our episode.
Thank you.
OSA, episode 18. That was our last segment, the Fab Five. Eddie going crazy on the honorable mentions. But thank you guys again for watching this episode. Damn, you still at it.
I'm kidding.
JP3.
Shut up.
JP3.
All right, so that's our episode 18, OSA, Out of Shape Allstars. Like always, sponsored by Cloud Camp. No. Sponsored by Culture Capsule.
Right.
And Don Zink.
Okay.
Check out the shirts.
Yeah, everybody.
Everybody got their shirts on. If you would like one, reach out to us at the OSA Podcast. Hit our DM and reach out. We'll try to get one to you. So let's reach out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Everything these assholes got going on will be in the bio. I'm not gonna go around and say everybody's shit again. The information is here.
You know where to find us at this point.
You know where to find us. We doing a lot of shit. We got a lot of shit to come. But like always, Eddie.
We out.
We out. OSA. Get your tea.